For the third consecutive year, Carlsbad, California is the epicenter of the college golf world for the next couple of weeks. And the women, they get things started here at the Division I National Championships, a day filled with pressure and emotion. Farah O'Keefe to stand out for the Texas Longhorns. A short time ago, her third at the par 5-6. Started the day at 10 under, made a bogey at 2. A really nifty play just short of green. From there, she would go on to make birdie to get back to 10 under par. And this is the birdie putt. She would make that. So back to even on the day through the first 6 holes for O'Keefe. But she was just getting things going. Her second here at 7, the toughest hole on the golf course today. SEC Player of the Year for the second time in 3 seasons in Austin, and another quality approach shot for O'Keefe, who has already won 3 times this season, looking to put an exclamation point on this campaign with a 4th. Currently a 1-shot lead over Catherine Park, and then a trio at 8 under, 2 back, including 2 from the #1 ranked Stanford Cardinal. The individual national title on the line today as well. The race for 8, the 8 teams that will advance from stroke play into match play tomorrow. Stanford, the #1 team in the country, up by 4, as this is one of the most exciting days in the game. The NCAA Division I Women's Golf Championships presented to you by AT&T and Stiefel, coming to you from the Omni Resort and Spa in Carlsbad, California. We're about 30 miles north of San Diego. Carlsbad in the North Course right here at Omni La Casa Resort and Spa, playing host to the best women's collegiate golfers in their biggest championship of the season. Picture perfect day to get things going, and so glad you could join us on this Memorial Day as we remember the fearless men and women who made the ultimate sacrifice for our country. Gonna be a lot of fun today, tomorrow, and Wednesday, so glad you could join us. Steve Burkowski with you, joined by Karen Stupples, Jim Gallagher Jr., Amelia Duran, Julia Johnson, and Brentley Romine. A litany of All-Americans and national champs surrounding me this week. Let's get out to the action at 7. O'Keefe looking to extend her lead.
Very confident player right now, and quite rightly so too. She's been performing on every single stage that there is.
Head over to 17, Sui Wu from Florida. This for birdie. The Gators currently outside that top 8, but Sui Wu helps the cause for the folks from Gainesville.
And every single shot counts. I mean, we see it year in and year out.
Wu shot 64 on day 2, tying the championship record.
That's going low on this golf course because it is insanely tricky out there.
And we're seeing this place grow in, mature right in front of our eyes, Karen.
It's so much greener than I've seen it in previous years. Every single player and coach that I have spoken to has said exactly the same thing. It's softening up, it's becoming very playable, and a great test for these players.
And now we're starting to get to be familiar with this golf course. We see these holes being played over and over as we head out to the 8th, the tee there. O'Keefe getting ready to go with the 1-shot lead, and following her today, Julia Johnson, who was part of a national championship winning team for the Ole Miss Rebels back in 2021.
Thank you, Burko. Good to be out here today watching some really good golf. Farah has really settled into this round now. A beautiful iron at the last. Let's see if she can do it again here. 120 today into this whole location.
Right at it. Oh, woo!
That works.
It sure does. I mean, Farah is one of those players that just hits the ball a mile. She generates a lot of spin, and it's such an advantage having that kind of skill set on this course.
Let's make our way back to 5 and welcome in Jim Gallagher Jr.
Thanks, Burko. Already at the 5th. There's a tricky putt. Amelia's down with this group.
Indeed, it's a challenging putt for Orlengren. Caught a flyer out of the rough and now has to rely on her speed control. This is going to break subtly about 3 different ways. The most break will happen in the middle of this putt. Want to fall right as it gets up the slope. Speed will be most important.
Get really slow to here. It gets right to the top of this crest, picks up some speed, and falls out to the right. Speaking of picking up some speed. And that's not done. Wow. Let's go back to 8.
7 pars to start the day for Maria Jose Marin. We're here at the 8th tee, and the wind is a factor right now. Straight downwind right now.
Junior from Arkansas, 5 under 5 back, won this championship a year ago.
Turning over left, needs to settle.
Oh, it's going to be short-sided too. That bunker is quite steep. She's not going to have much room to use there.
Back over to you at the 5th, Jim.
Yep, Catherine Park now for birdie.
Slightly downhill. This will break right early and want to straighten out of the hole.
Needs to pick up some speed, and that be left for par after the bogey at 3-3's playing tough today, the par 3. Get some lengthy putts on the putting greens were flat, as we all know. Some of these greens, there's not a ton of movement on these greens, but if you get it 30-40 feet, it's tough to 2-putt.
And Jim, we have a jam-packed leaderboard individually. You know, in recent years, there'd be a couple of players within a shot or 2. Right now, we have 8 different players within 3 of the lead.
We do. We got 6 teams fighting for 3. Silchenko now.
And in this group, all 9 scores have been under par. It's been some excellent golf from these 3 players. You get to this final round, though, it starts to get a little testy with the nerves and an individual NCAA title on the line.
Well, that's a tough balance. You've got the individual side, you got the team side. You know, Oklahoma State's 11 under, so they're pretty solid to getting into match play, but you want to get up there as high as you can. You got the individual, and that's the tricky part. It's an individual sport for most of our lives, except in college. Orlengren should be next. And that's a tough 3-putt. It's a 3-putt bogey. Made the mistake in hitting it long. Tough to 2-putt from down there. Tough to judge that speed. So not a great start for her. 3 bogeys in those first 5 holes, but just kind of settled down. But the problem is 7 and 9 are playing difficult. So got a par 5 coming up. Still have a chance.
How surprised are you by that start from
I'm a little surprised. I mean, it's just, you know, you don't make big numbers out here, Karen. It's Catherine Park now for par, but you can make a lot of bogeys if you start missing some shots.
You can for sure, and I think that what we're seeing, the wind's
starting
picking
to pick up, yes,
and
correct.
the course firms up a little bit. That was downwind. She just overclubbed. It's very easy to shoot the flag and go with the flag number as opposed to thinking of pitch and roll.
Let's go over to 18. Duke making the turn. Started on the back 9. Their grad student Andy Smith, her 3rd at the par 5.
Oh, that's helping.
And Duke right now a stroke out of that top 8. You can see him right down there at the bottom with the Florida Gators at 5 over. There's going to be a lot of volatility, a ton of movement over the next 3 or 4 hours to see which teams move on to tomorrow, where match play gets going. Individually, though, that national title going to be handed out at day's end. Farah O'Keefe in position to get the job done. A whole lot, though, to determine over the next few hours. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. We're back after this. Well, we're having some fun, too. Our thanks to Ron and all the good folks at Stiefel for their commitment to the college game.
Ghosted now for birdie. TCU playing as an individual this week. 2nd at the Waco Regional, 10th at the Big 12. She's continuing some great play. Nice putt.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of the individuals right on the outside looking in at trying to win this whole thing. One of the 2 seniors for Stanford, Mega Gane, she's hanging around, no surprise, 8 under, 2 back. We were a part of what she did last summer at Bandon Dunes, winning the U.S. Women's Amateur Championship, and got a really good look at birdie here at the 6th. And Karen, we remember from her at the Olympic Club, still in high school, the U.S. Women's Open Championship. But there have been peaks and valleys. It's amazing to think that her college days are done.
It's hard to believe it, actually. And but I'm sure she's really ready for what is coming up next for her. Exciting times ahead. She is a player that really is exciting to watch. She exudes fun on the golf course, but also excellence as well. I mean, you don't get to win a US Women's Amateur Championship without that excellence.
That needs to settle. Work to do for Gane. And the 4 names that started the day 1 through 4 on the leaderboard, all in the top 11 of the world amateur golf ranking. And then you look at Catherine Park, Farah O'Keefe, Megan Gane, 3 of those 4, they were part of the winning U.S. World Amateur Championship team in Singapore last fall. Captain Kendra Graham, she just send them out. Come on, young ladies, you know how to play. You know, it's those moments that's the camaraderie that starts to transcend amateur, college golf, and even in professional golf.
They're going to take those memories with them for the rest of their lives.
Over at 8, Maria Jose Marin trying to save par. And she does. We've seen her do a lot of that this year.
Seriously good, because that bunker was no bueno, so she worked out really well there. Coach is happy, Maria's happy.
All right, over at 18, Rianne Maliksi, the Duke freshman, this her second. Awkward to say the least.
Oh, it is. Ball well above her feet. The tendency is for it to go left, so you have to fight that. And that's great club face control.
2 years ago, she won the U.S. Girls Junior and Women's Amateur in about a 5-week span, beating Astrid Talley in both of those championship matches. At 8, O'Keefe looking to get to 11 under. She's got it. So a little bit of separation now at the top. The lead is 2 for the Texas junior. And so glad you could join us. Steve Burkowski, Karen Stupples with you, and we talk about the individual race. We'll start there. For the top 11 in the world, 1 through 4 starting the day. What does it say about this championship, the talent these women have, and how this golf course is finding its footing?
Well, I think typically you can see how a golf course plays by who's challenging at the top of the leaderboard. We've got a really good mixture of players. Farah O'Keefe hits the ball a long way. She's able to contend here on this course, take advantage of that length. Megan Gane, not quite as long, but also well established as a player, and it's the cream rising to the top. We've got a course that's set up for the players to excel, to showcase what they can do. It's challenging. It's going to play tricky this afternoon as the wind's picking up. But I love to see that the fact that this course is now matured enough to allow the players to play golf.
The race for 8th, the teams to move on, the match play, going to be a lot of drama this afternoon unfolding for that. And you use the word well-established. We see a handful of teams that are here virtually each and every year, but your interest is piqued by a few schools that, where'd they come from? Well,
the one that really stands out has to be Eastern Michigan. When you think about it, I mean, looking down my list here now, Eastern Michigan, they're ranked 27th in the world ranking, in the college rankings, which, you know, is fairly good. That's because of their play this year. But this is the first time they've ever played in this championship. It's the first time they were ever at a regionals. So this is huge for them. And to be there in the top 8 already, I mean, this is something quite extraordinary to see. We're seeing a few changes. Missouri, another team that hasn't been here since 2005. This is another big week for them. And it's just impressive to see that turnover. But you've got teams like Auburn, Wake Forest that we normally see in these situations not making it. So it's fun to see these new teams with fresh players coming in, keeping us all on our toes, trying to figure out what's been going on, how things are happening for them. And it's fun to see, and they're out here really thoroughly enjoying their time.
Yeah, and don't forget about Iowa State, the Cyclones,
absolutely.
trying to make it to match play. As we take a look at the 15 teams remaining today, how often or not so often they've made it to match play. Stanford's going to be a perfect 11 for 11. USC in a really good spot, but it's that right column that you referenced. Eastern Michigan, Iowa State, Missouri, North Carolina, SMU. They've never made it to match play. Now, bear in mind, it started in 2015, the format change, but it talks about the parity in depth, Jim, as we watch Farah O'Keefe on the tee at 9.
Absolutely, here at the 9th, going with driver.
Bunker lining the right side of this fairway. A lot of room out to the left. This one's headed a little left.
It's been third toughest hole all week, and today hole location's in a tricky spot. Rough's not really a factor. It sits down a little bit, but be a little challenging.
All right, green at 18. Maliksi, after that wonderful second long eagle effort to get within one. A very, very talented freshman.
No question. Dan Brooks has to be super happy that she chose to go to Duke.
So about 3.5 feet remaining for her birdie. We go to the tee at 16. Kyra Van Can, sophomore for Tennessee. According to Bushnell, 115 front, 124 to the hole, 129 to the back of the green. And I think she figured it out pretty nicely.
She certainly has. They're using the lower right tee today to that back left hole location. And this is one of the greens that has made a difference to these players over the last 3 years. The first year they were here, it was super firm. Players were having difficulty holding it, but you can see their quality shot being rewarded.
Make our way to the final group that went off the first tee a couple hours ago. Ortengren from Stanford, Catherine Park from USC, and Marta Silchenko from Oklahoma State. Ortengren, bit of a head-scratching start, Amelia. Let's see if she can maybe settle in and get one back here.
Just a product of a couple of bad breaks on the fourth hole. Her ball didn't come back, so she had a very quick putt and then a flyer on the fifth. This is a touchy shot from 46 yards because it's into the green. She judged that pretty nicely.
And she gave that plenty of room to the left because it rolls off the green pretty quickly down there to the right.
Karen, how do you settle in when things don't go great from the start?
Just have to know that your bad holes came early, that there's plenty of offense. And you have to tell yourself, hey, I can make a lot of birdies. I'm going to get them back.
Keep it right here. Park, short of the green, her third.
That was just beautiful tempo, and the result shows it.
Really well done by Catherine Park. That short one remaining to get to 10 under.
Back over to 9. O'Keefe should be next here, Julia.
I mean, a great spot to be is middle of the green. Yeah, middle of the green back. Okay, in the back here. That's not bad.
And Farah O'Keefe coming from the left side. And Jim, you touched on it. Ball nestled down just a little bit, just enough that you feel like it might fly once it comes out of here. She's got 153 left to this whole location. Wind really strong right now into us. That actually might help hold this ball when it gets onto the green. You heard head coach Lauren Iannello there say middle of the green is a good shot here.
Yeah, even long with this whole location, anything short's going to come back off to the front. Anything to the left goes towards the bunker. And that's exactly where that is. That will be a very difficult up and down depending on the lie, but you can see the flag moving back into the players' faces. Awkward angle coming across her because it's not a big wide spot right there where the hole's cut. Marine will be next.
Next to go here, 123 left, but something to pay attention to. Two of the players in this group, Alexandra and Maria, have both been warned for slow play. The next time they get warned, it will be a stroke penalty. So this group trying to speed up a little bit. This is a great angle here for Maria into this whole location. This one turning over a little bit. She's been struggling with that right to left shot.
That'd be a tricky little putt coming down there to come off the slope some, but that will have some speed. If she loses it a little right, it can get back to the front here. That's going to come back down almost to the pin high. That's better than where it was being a little bit long. 18.
Sui Wu, Florida Gator, looking to get to 7 under.
Oh, not really
She
surprised.
opened with 76. If
Yeah.
she could have a redo, she might be the one at the top as we watch Ortengren's birdie putt at 6.
I think she hit that exactly where she wanted to. I mean, that was a really good looking putt, just didn't turn as she was expecting.
Yeah, she's made 3 bogeys in the first 6 holes today. On the front 9, the first 3 rounds, 4 bogeys total. So it truly is unexpected, the start to this point for Ortengren. Malixi at 18, short one to get to 8 under and help Duke as well as a team. Oh goodness.
That was one of those putts where you're a little unsure of the line, so you try and power it through everything. And it just... It's just an unforgiving game.
After that second shot she hit from the awkward stance and lie, you're thinking, all right, you're getting at least one. And now you got to regroup quickly to make sure you get out of here with par. And she does. Felt like a nervy moment there for Malixi.
Yeah, plus that moved her within 2. And this is O'Keefe's ball, and that is just awful. Just terrible buried lie here.
Farah coming from the back portion of the green here, Jim, and she's got some green to work with if she can get this solidly out.
She's got to keep it left to the hole, because if it gets right of the hole with any speed, it'll go off the front. That's pretty good.
I got both of you.
Got a little confused on the buried lie, but it was a buried lie for Alexandra.
And just unfortunate there that she walked up and found this lie. Jim, she's been struggling a little bit. 3 doubles on the scorecard today. She's made 1 birdie that came at her first hole of the day. It just has gone from bad to worse as this wind has picked up. This golf course has started to play really, really difficult. Farah has done a very nice job to be 1 under par so far. This one, a difficult shot here. Again, green to work with. Close that face down maybe and just get it out, get it running out of this lie.
Well, the Farah is not going to, if she gets it going out hot, it gets on the other side of the green, and that's not going to speed up the play of the day. She has to go way to the left. And that's going to go off. Yeah, it stays up there. Okay. That's pretty good, actually.
I was going to say, I'd give that at least an 8 out of 10. That was pretty good.
I'm not going to argue that one. That was really good.
Yeah.
To the green at 16, Kyra Van Cam, the Tennessee sophomore.
Oh.
That was to move to 8 under.
See, this is what makes this golf course so tricky. There is a lot of subtleties around these greens, and we have one of those magic books that gives us all the little arrows and the breaks on these greens, and they're pretty confusing at times.
I rolled some this morning, and I was totally confused.
O'Keefe on top by 2. She's getting ready to make the turn, perhaps on her way to a national title. We're back in Carlsbad, coverage of the 2026 NCAA Division I Women's Golf Championships presented to you by AT&T. Sky's starting to get a little blue, sun peeking out, temperatures high 60s, low 70s, but Karen Stupples, it is the wind that we have seen virtually each and every day at this time showing up as we watch O'Keefe, Jim, trying to save par at 9.
Should be a slider left to right. Oh, man, so good. So good. That is really a good up and down. That's a pretty good front 9.
Yeah, and she's 5 under on the front 9 this week, 6 under on the back 9, only 1 bogey on that inward half. And when you look at teams today, as we continue to tell that narrative, there are only 2 teams under par. Eastern Michigan, the Cinderella story, they're 4 under, and USC, the women of Troy, a couple under par. So it gives you a sense of how difficult the North course is playing today.
Well, you said it. The wind in the afternoon picks up, just challenges these players. It makes club selection more difficult. You can end up on the wrong side of the hole, making putting challenging. But not only that, you've got the greens firming up as well. And in general, everybody knows that when you play the afternoon here, you've got to have your wits about you.
Yes, you do.
Well, I mean, I think the thing, Jim, too, to think about as well is that, you know, we all cover professional golf, and everybody has a yardage book. They know what the front yardage is. They know what their pitch and rolls are. A lot of college players are just shooting the flag with their rangefinders, and they have that number, and that's what they'll go with.
Yeah, that's a learning process. You're
exactly.
Right.
So the players that are going to excel and do well today are the ones that have the experience to know that we've got to plan for the pitch, we've got to plan for the roll. Where do I want this shot to land?
Martine San Pedro, now she has the experience, and they have a caddy out there on the professional game too. So
That's true.
Lengthy putt now, coming down to the slope. Should pick up some speed at the end. Oh, no, that is an excellent putt. That left for par. Let's go to 10.
O'Keefe ready to play, less than driver.
A pretty common play here at the 10th. You're just trying to find the fairway. It's a 3-shot hole into this green. Beautiful high shot there from Farah.
I think when Farah played at the Chevron Championship earlier this year, everybody was taken back at how far she was hitting her shots. I think Bones was following her one day, and it was just, it just blew her away, blew him away, how far it was going.
And you speak of the Chevron Championship. She ultimately finished tied for 38th. She was the low amateur, and it is a photo like this when you get to snap a picture alongside the champion, Nelly Korda. Maybe you throw it in the wall, you keep it in your phone, you say, you know what? I can get there. I've proven that I can play with the best.
It's such valuable experience, and to sort of chalk that up, lock that away in the memory banks and say, you know what? I've been here and done it.
She was in those last groups.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of pressure. I know you play as an amateur. They say, oh, if there's an amateur, there's no pressure. Yeah, a great experience as well.
Well, yeah, but you're still thinking, I could still win this.
Correct. She thought that.
Absolutely, she did.
She better have.
And when we speak of O'Keefe, we saw her alongside their head coach from Texas, Laura Ianello. Laura has described her, Farah, as a player that has energy unlike any on the team. She's always laughing, in a good mood, trying to help others. That's a rare combination when you're that good, but you can still be the consummate teammate, as we watch Bailey Shoemaker from USC trying to save her par here at 7.
Yep, this is a tricky read. This is a tough hole, toughest hole. They lengthened this hole. They moved some tees back. Good putt there, Bailey. They moved some tees back this year. This is one of the tees they moved back. Moved it back at 4. And it's been a little bit of a challenge, and as Karen mentioned, it's been a little bit greener, a little bit softer, but getting a little tight up there at Stanford with a 1-shot lead on USC and Oklahoma State. They're probably safe for him, but look at that. Race for the 8. It's going to be a fun afternoon. We'll be back.
Time now to take a look at college memories presented by Stiefel. Let's go back to 2015, Bradenton, Florida concession. The first time Golf Channel aired the NCAA Division I Women's Golf Championships. Emma Talley posted, then she waited to see if Gabby Lopez or Leona McGuire could make a charge coming down the stretch. Remember, Talley won the U.S. Women's Amateur in 2013, and about 18 months later, she became the individual NCAA champion. Now to the team format. Stanford, they were just making their name known. Casey Danielson helping the cause. Mariah Stackhouse in this championship match against Baylor birdied the last 2 holes to send it into extra, where Baylor's Haley Davis had that for par to extend. And that was national title #1 for head coach Ann Walker. They haven't looked back, have
No,
they?
little did we know at that time that it was going to become quite the tradition.
They've got 3. They're looking for 4 this week.
I mean, it's just fascinating going back in time like that and just watching the players. You know, it's like, where are they now? Well, a lot of them are all on the LPGA Tour as LPGA winners. I mean, it's just what you're seeing here at the NCAA Championships is an insight into what the future of the LPGA Tour is going to look like.
Catherine Park here at the 7th. She's on the tee first. Par, birdie, par this week. That's pretty impressive. One of the toughest holes.
And it's even more difficult today with it being downwind because the right bunker comes into play at 252. Want to try to cut the corner on the left side with driver. That fairway does narrow, but you get a huge advantage with a shorter shot in.
No birdies here today, which is not surprising with the whole location, as you mentioned. The length of the hole, too. That's up that left side. That'll be just fine. Nearly perfect drive. Over to 8.
Kelly Sue, Stanford senior, ready to go here at the par 3. That works.
Well, it does. And what was impressive is that was just a 3/4 shot, and she still was able to get it to stop.
Back to 7.
Ortegren now.
Well, Ortegren is such an excellent ball striker, and as a freshman finishing top 10 in the NCAA championship last year, she has the grit to be able to fight back in this final round.
Yeah, she's got a couple wins in her career, so look at how much roll this one's got. She's got a short club in here, and that's what you want with this whole location.
Including a professional win.
That's correct. LAT.
That's
right. Access to her. Good call. Good memory, Karen.
And go back to last year where she had that 10th place finish. Shot 6 under that final day, Jim.
Exactly.
So very capable.
There's the look from back at the green. You see that bunker on the screens, right? But on the left side for the players, no problem carrying. Zolchenko now.
And a lot of these tee shots come down to, do you want to take it on or lay back? A lot of the teams that have been successful, they take driver most of the time on the golf course.
Well, I think what's moving some of these tees back, that was the goal of the committee, is to make it driver a few more times. But there's still strategy in this golf course with these greens. It's interesting when you have a whole location, how much it can change, whether it's playing really difficult yesterday, but today puts it in an easier spot, can change considerably different. But that 7th hole has been tough all week either way. All 3 players have caught the fairway. O'Keefe still with a 1-shot lead. She's on the par 5 10th. Will she make a birdie? We'll be right back.
Back with Farah O'Keefe at the 10th, her 3rd. She's 11 under. It's got a 1-shot lead.
Oh, it's a little tuggy. Tell that's why she was looking for it to sit. It was because she pulled that a bit. Always wants to go a little bit further.
She has not birdied the par 5 10th all week long. Kelly Sue looking for a birdie of her own at 8 after the wonderful tee shot, and a good 2 for Kelly Sue. Back 1 to the green at 7.
Yeah, Megagane for par. She missed the green short, pitched it to here. It's a tough pitch shot from below. See if she can read this right. Shouldn't be a ton in this putt. Could fall right, which is what you don't see with your eyes, and that's a little bit of a push.
And it's got to be a struggle for her being patient right now.
Oh yeah,
because
she likes to go.
Well, this will be her last chance. So I think when you're a senior,
yeah, that's
and
true.
your college days are coming to an end, you know, this is your last opportunity to do the double, basically, the U.S. Women's Amateur and the NCAA Championship. Not many of those.
That's a good point. A lot of seniors. It's emotional. You don't think it is, but it is, because they put a lot of time and effort into those 3 or 4 years in school, and then this is it. Down there, down the fairway. Great view from above. Another senior, Catherine Park.
And that front number is pretty good. I know we can push that front number about 5, but kind of inconsistent this wind blowing. I think that 8 should land just on or just short. I think it's all of it. Just a stocky, the line draw one. Finishing on that push curve.
.179 yards for Park as a result of not getting the firm bounce that Ortegren got. Downwind, it's about 10 miles an hour. She's going to have to go for the front number, about 160 yards. She will get rollout on this approach shot.
Yeah, shot 65 yesterday, which was an amazing round.
What a good swing, too, though, Jim.
What a good shot, Karen. How about this one? Got a chance. Oh, slow down now. Easy. Oh, no. That's just not right. That's why this hole is so hard and no birdies. That was an awfully good shot and no reward.
Almost made 2 and might now struggle.
Correct.
For 4.
28 straight appearances for USC. Zolchenko.
143 yards. It's just a hole you have to be disciplined on, and it's difficult because Megagane came up short. She was trying to play to the front number. You want to be able to hit the green in regulation, but everyone's been going in that left fall off, and it's so hard to make up and down from there.
Well, the front part of the green has a little bit of a hump, and if you carry it just short, it's going to hit and not go forward. You carry it 8 or 10 feet on, it hits and releases. And really, the shot's just to the right of the hole. But there's a spine that goes across there, so it's a difficult, and unless you've got a wedge or 9-iron or a short iron in here, just a hard hole. That's why it's played hard all week long.
just 140 yards for Ordengren. She's such a good iron player, just has a very compact, tight swing, and critical for her to be right of this flagstick. Don't think you got to hit it close on the green. Giving yourself a birdie putt is a win on this green.
Absolutely.
That looked like a wedge.
It had some loft on it. See if it has any spin. Well, see, now it's going to hit short and stay short.
But this is where trajectory control might come into play. You can play that same shot, that same with a 9-iron, take a bit off it, land at the same spot. You might get a little hot forward.
Correct.
But it's so hard to do. Like if you're just having a fun round with your friends, sure,
yeah, you
go
do
ahead
it.
and play all you like.
Over at 10, O'Keefe, her 4th. Gonna have to scramble for the 2nd straight hole.
I mean, that slowed up so quickly. Yeah. Just means the next putt's going to be quite slow as well, I would think.
Yeah, I think that's the difficult part for these players. And one thing we've noticed over 3 is the greens have softened this year, and that's why we're seeing some better scoring. But today, wind's going to pick up. They're getting firmer as we go.
And as you can see, just a short walk from the green at 7 to the tee at 8. Jasmine Koo from USC, the standout sophomore, getting ready to go, and we'll follow her tee shot with Tracer Technology, presented by AT&T. She's won 4 times as a freshman, 4 times as a sophomore, the winningest player in the history of USC women's golf, and not quite 2 years in the books.
It's impressive because they don't play an easy schedule, so.
O'Keefe trying to save par at 10. So that's the 2nd 6 she has made on a par 5 today.
And that's her bread and butter. You know, she's hits the ball a long way. It's just frustrating. Just needs to be patient.
And just the 2nd bogey on the back 9 all week long for Farah O'Keefe.
Solchenko now at 7. 3rd shot.
Only advantage is that she's hitting the shot back into the wind.
Oh, that spun. Wow.
I get it.
That goes another 1.5 feet. That's really good. She'll have that left for par. You just can't short side yourself. A lot of these greens fall off, especially where some of these holes are cut today. And that's the difficult. Sometimes on a hole like this, middle of the green's fine. It's just a discipline you have to kind of figure out along the way. Arctic right now. She went up in the air with this one. Okay, that's not too bad. She'll have that left for par. Take a great look from above. So many different spines that go back through there. You can see the dark spot. If you go that direction, it's back kind of into a little bit of the green. That's where one of the little slopes are. But sometimes in this shot right here, I mean, Catherine Park nearly hit almost, as you said, made 2, and now has to tough up and down here out of the bunker.
Well, and Park did everything right on her shot. She hit the front of the green and just got unlucky with the fact that it rolled in the bunker. It's slightly on the upslope, which will make this easier, and she's hitting this back into the wind. The key is to figure out your landing spot. Don't get too cute with this.
Just has a little bit of speed coming through, get a little bit of maybe a touch of spin. A little more than she'd like, but still has that left for par. Not too bad.
No, but it's going to be one of those putts that's going to break to the right.
It's a tough read. It's a strange part of the green. It's kind of in a little hollow. It falls off to the 11th. Fairway wood for O'Keefe.
And less than driver here. Pretty common play from this tee box. 322 yards today. Wind coming in out of the right.
Oh, is it going to... Oh.
It gets down in that waist area.
Infinitely harder now from being in there than on the fairway.
Maybe Chukal now. This from her from Iowa State season. Even this for birdie. This would be huge for Iowa State. They're sitting at 7th right now. That was a big time putt. They're having a tough day today, but that'll help. She gets her to 1 under, and that's at 7th, and that's 2 shots ahead of Florida. Right now, 2 are tied at 5 over, Florida and Duke. Quite the battle for that 8th spot, 7th and 8th for that matter. 7 green down below. So Chenko should be next.
Putting back up the hill, this is where the practicing under adrenaline comes into play.
That's had adrenaline going there. Yeah, everything falls to her right on this hole. She'll have a little bit left for bogey. It's amazing. You hit the fairway, you think, all right, no big deal. It's just how difficult this hole is. We mentioned no birdies yet today.
Well, La Costa is one of those golf courses where you can see every shot feeling gettable, every putt going in, or if you start off not as well as you want, you can start to see all the trouble, because there is trouble in a lot of spots with the fall-offs of the greens and the tee shots getting narrow. A player like Ordengren really has to dig deep, not think about situationally what's happening, because if she misses this, it'll be her 4th bogey, but just focusing on her process and committing to this putt.
Might slide right. Didn't slide, hit it right to the break. That is, whew, that'll get you going.
Well, you said it, because everything about that said it should break to the right, but you said you were out there early in the morning.
It's tricky. This green has been difficult the 2 or 3 years I've been here. It's just one of, and like you said, there's just these little subtle breaks. Park now, this for par.
That's where it's all about how you communicate to yourself. If you hit a committed putt, you can't hang your hat on it. You just have to go on to the next hole, and one of the most challenging parts of golf is trying to figure that out. She did get a good read, though, from Silchenko.
You know what? That's a par. She not in golf, you don't deserve anything, but she hit too good a shot in there to make bogey. So she stays at 10 under. She's tied with Farah O'Keefe at 10 under. It's going to be a fun race.
We are back at the North Course, Omni La Costa Resort and Spa, as our coverage of the 2026 NCAA Division I Women's Golf Championships continues, and it is presented to you by Stiefel. An individual national champ will be crowned at day's end. We'll also know the 8 teams that will move from stroke to match play, as that team champion will all find out in about 50 hours from now. Catherine Park started the day as a co-leader. She's right there alongside Farah O'Keefe. They are both 10 under, 3 clear of their nearest pursuers.
Up enough, right? They just move this line. I want this finishing in the middle of that lime green tree or the right side of it.
And you can hear the voice of Justin Silverstein, USC women's head golf coach. They use their Bushnell, and according to Bushnell, they found out it's 102 to the front, 120 to the hole, and you don't want to mess with the back of that green.
Well, this makes it such an excellent par 3, because all those 3 numbers are important. With the downwind, you want to carry it just over the front, about a 105 shot, because this green can get firm depending on how you spin it.
She's played this hole 3 over par so far this week, looking for some redemption. Oh.
Bold and perhaps a bit lucky.
Absolutely.
Oh, second shot for O'Keefe here at 11. This is a tough-looking shot.
Just narrowly missed a footprint in this bunker, 93, but really good contact there.
Anything in the middle of the green, short and left's fine. Oh, that is an aggressive
What
play.
a shot.
Wow. I can't explain.
Oh, so good.
I mean, if she goes 4 steps past the hole, she goes in the water. That is, and that was a lot of sand there. Great
she
shot.
played it so well. A little bit back in her stance, close to club face down. That came out low. Fabulous.
Tee shot on the way for Silchenko at the 8th. And there's that front number.
Yes.
That lands a little bit softer.
That wind, you can see how much downwind that is. That's just messing with these players right now.
But here with the third member of the group, Maya Ortengren, who's 5 under, 5 back, 4 over on the day, was 1 off the lead starting this final round. And when you take a look at the individual champs through 3 rounds the last 8 years of this championship, 7 of the 8 were leaders or co-leaders through 54 holes. The only player that didn't get the job done, it actually was Catherine Park in 2023, led by 2, lost by 1 to Rose Zhang. Park was just a freshman at the time.
But it is an opportunity to make birdie if you can figure out the yardage and the wind.
It must look so good from their vantage point.
And then when they get up onto the green, they're like, still got work to do.
Green at 18, Kyra Van Can, sophomore from Tennessee. She started on the back 9, playing as an individual, this to get to 8 under par. And through the years, we've learned that maybe finishing on the front side was an advantage. The numbers say it's a different scenario this year.
It is. This back 9, the last few holes, give the players a little opportunity. And we've already seen what's happening on that front side. The 9th is tough. The 7th is tough.
Marine for birdie here at 11. This is a tough read.
Putting up and over a massive knob in the middle of this green. Just a really difficult hole location today. You have got to be so precise to get something close to this one.
Slow here, gets up the crest, will swing hard to her left. Did she? Wow, that's so good. You don't think she played good at Augusta reading those greens. She has got a weapon in her hands right there. Whoa.
Chuck that flag down.
And back to 18, Kirsten Angosta, TCU for birdie. 17 and 18. Right now, the only 2 holes playing under par today.
That's quite remarkable. 18th, you can see par 5. So you can see players hitting little wedges in there. 17 can be awkward too, so that's good to see.
It usually is. Yeah, O'Keefe now. What a shot she hit in here. Now for birdie.
A great opportunity to bounce back here. Assistant coach Braden Ash has caught up with her, gave her a lot of confidence coming out of the bunker into this green. A beautiful shot that demonstrated so much power to get it to land softly on this green. Beautiful golf swing. Now can she pay it off with a good birdie here?
Julia, I think that's very timely that assistant coach has just showed up.
Bounce back? Yeah. That is a very important stat, especially in a player's mind. A couple bogeys on those par 5s, but what a birdie. What a shot for that fairway bunker. Can't tell you how good that was. I tried to, but until you stand out there and hit it under the pressure, impressive. She'll take a 1-shot lead now.
Let's go back to 8. Catherine Park just off the back of the green, her second.
And putting along a spine, making it difficult to read. This will turn right early and should straighten out at the hole. Speed is key.
Nodding my head in approval. That was really well judged.
And as O'Keefe has made the turn, Park will be doing so shortly. You're seeing some separation now between these two, and while 45 minutes separating those groups, going to be an interesting dynamic of where they stand and how aware they are of the situation as we watch Silchenko, this long one for birdie.
And head coach of Oklahoma State, Annie Young, told me that Marta's been really working on her mental game coming off of back-to-back bogeys. This is the time to have that awareness. An excellent and disciplined shot on the approach.
Really good touch there for the junior from Latvia, who was a first-team All-Big 12 selection, also the Big 12 Co-Scholar Athlete of the Year. Speaks 4 languages fluently. 3 more than most of us.
I have a hard time with the one I'm trying to speak.
I was going to say there's only one. I'm like, not sure that some of us even do one well.
Iowa State on that perilous bubble. 8th alone, a shot clear of Florida as we watch Ortengren.
I can see Ortengren making this putt. She got an excellent read from Catherine Park. It just goes right.
Ooh, she did that with confidence.
Good thing it hit the hole.
No kidding.
Sometimes you just say, all right, I'm sick of making bogeys. If I'm going to do, I'm going to give this birdie look a reasonable chance.
Exactly.
Moment ago, Farah O'Keefe, her second from the bunker at 11, 93 yards. This was coming off a bogey at the par 5 10th.
So
An
good.
errant tee shot. You're thinking it's going to be a challenge to make 4 from there. Hits it hole high, and you're like, all right, you're going to make your 4. But O'Keefe had designs on one better. The birdie goes, she goes to 11 under, a 1-shot lead. The final day of stroke play here in Carlsbad. What a transformation over the last few years for the North Course at Omni La Costa Resort and Spa in Carlsbad, California. Gil Hanse and his golf course design, they got it ready for the first playing here in 2024 with 6 sets of new tees. They made the 11th drivable, moved the green at 16 a little bit, make it more reminiscent of hole number 12 at Augusta National. Added some tee boxes on 18. The hole can play over 600 yards if needed from the back tee, and use the environment to improve using reclaimed water and natural drought-tolerant native plant. So we get back to the action. O'Keefe leads by 1 here at the 12th and ready to go.
Just 98 yards here at the 12th. Wind coming out of the right. There's a slope to the left of this whole location. This one turning just a little left.
And that's why she turned away. She knew there was a slope there that was going to take it away from the hole.
O'Keefe having a standout year. The junior at Texas has already won 3 times this season. We take a look at the finalists for the Anik Award presented by Stiefel, handed out each and every year to the top female collegiate golfer. The list is big in the fall. It trims down a little bit in the early spring, and now we're down to the 10. Kiara Romero, top-ranked amateur in the world, Oregon Duck. She didn't qualify, nor did the team. So you start thinking, does a victory here for O'Keefe lock up the Anik Award? We'll find out in the coming days.
I think she'd be hard-pushed to be beaten.
Maria Jose Marine also on this list, ready to go here at 12.
Okay.
You see this wind just playing havoc with club selection and being able to land it where they want to.
What's the biggest thing you would do when indecisive club selection and wind?
You have to really be very disciplined with where you want the ball to land, and then be 100% committed to what club you choose and the trajectory you choose. Be very intentional with how you visualize the shot as well. All of these things can help. And then cut yourself some slack if you don't hit the target, but you put the swing that you wanted to on it, your process was spot on. That's all you can do.
Back over at the 9th, Bushnell. This is for birdie. What a beautiful shot she hit in here. Or bogey, excuse me. She wished. And a poor chip after missing the green. She wished it was for birdie. Even today, counting score. Okay. It's bogey, unfortunately. It drops 1. Oklahoma State. They're at 5 under, so things are. There's a lot of golf left. It's still tightening up. 4 over is at 8 spot. Missouri, Dobson now, 2nd shot. Missouri is at 18 over there at 12, so they're probably a little out, but what a dream season for them to get here to the Nationals. Really have turned the program around. What a beautiful looking shot. We haven't seen a birdie yet.
How about a 2?
Okay, we may have seen our first birdie.
Just the 2nd appearance ever for Missouri in this championship, their first coming 21 years ago.
Correct.
Spit that a little right into that gap. That's fine. You're chipping right back into the wind. further back you move it, the more right it'll pop out. So if you feel like it's going to be more, tower's fine.
All right, Catherine Park.
It's a very poor lie from 164 yards. This is going to come out low and dead with a ton of top spin.
Ooh, that was some fast hands.
Just barely cleared the fairway bunker, and that's going to be a tricky short-sided pitch shot.
That's going to be very difficult. Coming across that bunker, not much green. I mean, the play's to be long here. Just get out of there. Try not to make a funny number. Big mistake. Ortegren now.
I like the angle that Ordengren is coming from over the greenside bunker. Can just take this flag right on 151 yards, back in the wind, playing closer to 160. This green does fall off on both sides, so you do just have to go at it and hit a quality shot.
Yeah, players like to get it up that right side for a better angle, but it's a little tighter up on that side. Oh, that's going back in the bunker. That was a couple feet from really good, but that's where it all falls off, as we mentioned, just to the side of some of these greens. Feeds right back into the bunker. Should get down to the bottom, but that'll be a tricky up and down. Let's go to 8.
Grace Anderson set to go. We'll watch her tee shot with Tracer Technology, presented by AT&T. Pepperdine Waves. Work to do. Currently 11th at 13 over, but you never know. You post a score and you sit and you let everyone maybe come back to you. We've seen it happen before.
It has. That
I think it's single digits.
Yes.
Whether you're thinking 6, 7, 8 over, I'm not sure double digits would be enough.
could do with Pepperdine could do with a couple of their players making some birdies. See if they can pick up some ground somewhere. Time to leave it all out there. Let's put it that way.
Green at 12, O'Keefe for birdie.
Uphill the whole way, pulling left to right here. Good looking putt.
Yes.
And it goes.
Assistant coach shows up. Back-to-back birdies. Thank you very much.
What does it say about her after another 6 on a par 5 at the 10th? You missed the fairway off the tee at 11, but the head doesn't seem to be spinning.
No, and I think it comes back to, look at her, the competitive nature of her. She's not afraid to show that emotion, which is a good thing too, but there's a comfort to her that she knows who she is on the golf course and that she knows this is her own journey. And that's why she can rejoice in other people's successes, is what you were talking about earlier. But it also enables her to have those bounce backs too.
Yeah, we all strive to play with freedom, and she's sure playing with some freedom.
Yeah.
She knows that she's got to tell herself, hey, it's my tournament, I'm going to win it. And she is. She's playing relaxed, and that's what we all have strived for.
And there's a lot to be said for being in this position many times this year already. Playing at the Chevron Championship, playing in those final groups.
It's only skipping 49 to 50, then it should rip. Finishing like a step or two left of it, okay? Because any spin with this wind's going to spin back down right. Okay. Just stay just disciplined with that line as you do the distance.
All right, Catherine Park.
A touchy pitch shot. It was a similar yardage to the one she had on the 5th, which she hit very close, just inside a foot. This is 50 yards.
Stay. That's actually pretty good. Actually spun pretty good, Karen.
Well, and it was interesting because Justin Silverstein, her coach, knows his player's game really well, because he said this will rip back.
Yeah.
So he knew that was going to spin,
Yeah.
allowing her to have the confidence to go ahead and just hit that shot.
Yeah, and she hit it on the proper side of the hole, like he said to do too. That makes a big difference.
She
And
took direction well.
Yeah, and they spend time on these great facilities they have, and they're able to do that. Ortegren now.
The lie is good, and she's hitting it back into the wind, which will help. There is that mini fault, so she has to make sure she carries that, but it should get some spin pitching back into the slope.
Wow. So good. They use the Australian method where the sand all around the sides is kind of pushed down, raked up to the side. The middle's in the, all the balls that should feed down to the middle. That's exactly what happened there, but she had a great shot. Speaking of great, O'Keefe, back-to-back birdies, 2-shot lead over Park.
We are back in Carlsbad, California, the North Course, Omni La Costa Resort and Spa, continuing coverage of the 2026 NCAA Division I Women's Golf Championships, and it is presented to you by AT&T. Individual champ can be crowned in a couple hours. Also, we will know which 8 teams will move on to match play beginning bright and early tomorrow morning. And Karen, there's about a half dozen teams wanting to get in and finish and hope they've done enough.
All right, Catherine Park now. This for par would be a great stay. She was, what, 50 yards short on her second shot. What a beautiful shot she hit to here, but not a very good putt. Misread, but the mistake was the second. The tee shot actually sat down, so it was a tough one.
And now going to be 3 back of O'Keefe.
Who's playing 13's a difficult hole, but
Park does go to the back 9, where she's 8 under this week, 9 birdies, just 1 bogey, and she was 4 under on that inward half yesterday.
There you
Might
go.
need to do it again.
Well, speaking of 13, O'Keefe on this tee here. Slight dogleg right. Tee's a little bit further back than I remember, but get it in the fairway hole location on the kind of the center back right. That's a really good tee shot. Second hardest hole this week. Difficult again today, but that's the key. Get it in the fairway first. Let's go to 8.
Grace Anderson from Pepperdine. We saw the tee shot a short time ago. See if she can convert for birdie 2. Thought about moving, but didn't.
Well, and it was one of those putts that she hit where she wanted to, and just didn't get the payoff.
That's where you now start talking about experience here at the North Course, year 3.
Yes.
Players that have been here each and every time and learn the nuances.
Well, exactly. Coaches too, they know the nuances as well. They know exactly what these hole locations are going to be because they've seen some of these before.
We're going to take a look at the LCAP rankings, the LPGA Collegiate Advancement Pathway. It's going to bridge the gap between women's college golf and the professional game. The top 10 on this list going to earn Epson Tour membership. Very analogous to what PGA Tour U has done for the men. And Karen, to be able to tell these women, hey, you know what? You do this, you're going to earn that. And to know that Mega or Catherine, they can set a schedule.
I think this is a great start to have a system like this for these players, but it's also a great start in terms of giving them something to aim for. I'd almost like to see them, maybe the top 2 be given full cards on the LPGA Tour.
Hopefully in time.
Yes, as I said, this is a start. This is a place to grow and to build from.
That was Gane, who's top of that list. That was her 3rd at the 10th. She's 6 under, now 6 behind O'Keefe.
Keeps them in school longer. Pro golf's not going anywhere.
I keep telling that to so many people. That it's still going to be there.
It's not going anywhere. It's not like football where you really can get injured.
Use your time in college wisely.
Correct. You got to learn things. Time management, team sport. You grow so much from 18 to 22 years old.
As much as they think they know it all.
I know. My kids tell me I was actually right the other day, so I was really surprised. Yeah, I was shocked.
No way.
Yeah, I wanted to record it, but I didn't.
Was it your birthday?
No,
it's not Father's
Day. It's not Father's Day yet. Although our wives would say Father's Day is every day. All right, back to the golf. O'Keefe now.
Good swing. Here we go.
And she went with less than driver off the tee here. 174 left. She got to this ball pretty quickly, but waited for quite some time for assistant coach Braden Ash to meet up with her. He has come at a really, really nice time, has given her a lot of good momentum after the bogey at the par 5 10th. She's playing this course very methodically, went with less than driver. She's about 20 or 30 yards back of her playing competitors, trusting her long game here.
She has to carry this onto the green, as I mentioned. It's pretty flat once you get it on the green back here. Makes some putts. It's a really good shot in there. Slow down ball. Oh, that'll leak into that bunker. It's not a deep bunker, which always makes that shot a little bit awkward. That's kind of where But it's going down the hill, so it shouldn't be very difficult. It's just you get 4 here and you get out of it on this hole. Winds heads blown every day about this time, about the same speed, same direction. And it does slow down. It cools off, Burko.
Yeah, it's starting to feel the separation individually. But we know the last 6, 7 holes with what is on the line, so much still to be determined. Farah O'Keefe in that bunker at 13, but 12 under, 3 clear of Catherine Park. Can anyone else make a charge over the next 90 minutes or so to put a little pressure on O'Keefe? You talk about pressure, it's all on the bottom of that board. Florida, Duke, Arizona State, Iowa State. You better be in the top 8 by day's end. Back to the green at 10. Stanford senior Mega Gane has this for birdie.
There she goes, yeah.
No weaknesses on this team. All 5 inside the top 20 in the world amateur golf ranking. All capable at any point of winning any tournament in which they play.
And that's, I mean, that's just crazy depth, because typically you're hoping to have 3 really great players, let alone 5.
Let's go over to 14. Arkansas Sarah Brencheneff. This for par. Arkansas going the wrong way. And over the course of the next couple hours, Jim and Karen, everyone at home is going to hear counting score, non-counting score. If you're new to college golf, welcome. 5 players go out for each team. The best 4 scores count. So you could count for 17 holes, make a mess of the last, and all of a sudden you're a non-counting score.
That's correct.
It happens so quickly.
All right, awkward bunker shot for O'Keefe here at 13.
Just visually really difficult with the lack of lip. She's close to the front portion of this bunker, but really didn't have to deal with that much. Everything chases away from her once it gets on the green, but she caught a lot of sand there. Hit that really heavy.
I think she was in 2 minds as to how to play it. I think she wanted to almost just do like a little chip.
That's
like
exactly what she set up for.
And then she realized that she dug in too much, and then you can't go for the full follow through once you've done that. It's just, I mean, just play it like a normal bunker shot, even if there's no lip.
Well, and I mentioned that method they use, they push it down, but it's sand always is up towards the lips.
Over at 16, the other junior for Texas, Lauren Kim, has this for birdie. We talked about that 1-2 punch, Farah O'Keefe. Don't forget about Lauren Kim. She's an All-America caliber player.
Yep.
It's been a colorful scorecard for Lauren today, but Texas as a team, 1 over and in 5th. Great aerial coverage this week provided by our good friends at Shady Rays. Really gives you a good perspective of this piece of property.
Well, and you can really see how much this golf course has grown in as well over the course of these 3 years. All those areas there in between those 2 holes, you can see that are longer, fescue-y type grass. I mean, those were basically just dirt a few years ago. And they've all grown in nicely now. And the course itself has greened up. Very cool.
Yeah, Gil Hanse, Jim Wagner, magnificent renovation, but you still need time. And now 24 months in, we're seeing the fruits of their labor as we head over to 13.
Yep, O'Keefe now for par.
Well, she hasn't made a par since the 9th hole, where she made a fabulous up and down out of the bunker, made a really nice putt for par just inside 10 feet. This putt downhill the whole way. This would be another great sand save if she can get this one to go.
And the hunt for pars is still on, and that's got to slow down. Ooh, got a little frisky there.
She knew it, too.
Yeah, she did. Straight downhill, straight. Not much grain in these bent greens, but it's straight down that hill. So she had a little work left just to say bogey. That could make the individual side a little bit tricky. Might even make the Texas side a little tricky on the team event.
Silchenko getting ready to go at 10.
112 yards for Silchenko. Maya Ordengren already went. She was in the right fairway bunker, hit it heavy off her second spot. 206 yards in, is in the left green side bunker now. A difficult shot because that flag is in the front. This green complex is similar to the 7th in the sense of you have a front hole location, but you can't hit it short because of the slightly elevated green.
The moment gets bigger coming down the stretch, doesn't it, Karen?
It does. The closer to the finish line you get, the more intense things start to feel. And you know, I always remember any time I was in contention, it was those last few holes that I started to feel nervous. It was never at the start, it was always towards the end.
Park's third.
Off of a very bare lie from 75 yards. And that's what's tricky about this shot. Park just missed the bowl where the flag's located, and then outside the bowl, there's a fall off to the back of the green. It might just be inside 100 yards, but difficult to get close to this whole location.
But she will have that for birdie. She's not aware of what O'Keefe is doing at 13, going to give at least one back there. It's always that intriguing dynamic. Do players know where they are? Do they inquire to their coach of tell me what I need to do?
And that comes down to the coach knowing his players, knowing what they need. I would say that both those two players, O'Keefe and Park.
DeBach now, this is for par, 4 under. Wow. Eastern Michigan, what a day they're having. Oh boy. But in that race for 8, Eastern Michigan's 4th, and now Arizona State and Duke are tied for 7th. Arizona State making a rally. Things are going to get a little interesting.
Ortengren, her 4th at 10.
Want to land this just right of the flag because there's a fall off left of this whole location. Straight downwind, just very difficult to control.
Amelia, is this as much wind as we've seen all week?
Certainly, and the hole locations are more challenging, which is just you add two difficult features of this golf course on top of each other, and it makes it really hard to score if you're not on top of your game.
So Ortengren scrambling to try to save her par. Stanford, they're okay. They're 21 under. They're leading by 8. We will see them in match play tomorrow.
All right, Marine has a beautiful shot in here. This for birdie.
Left to right breaker the whole way. 12 pars in a row to start her day. Wants to break it up here.
Yeah, she kept her head steady, kept her eyes focused. Nice putt there. It's her to 6 under. Always happy. She's always happy.
Well, you make a birdie after 12
on the tough second hardest.
You got to start smiling.
Well,
right?
the second hardest hole on the golf course, yeah, but she just seems to be always
Shauna
happy.
Taylor's going to be happy with that too.
Correct, because they are right now at 4 over and they're at 6, so that was huge.
Yeah, little breathing room, at least for the moment, for Arkansas.
Not much.
Final group of Ortengren, Park, and Silchenko on and around the green here at the par 5 10th. Amelia, what was it like for you trying to have success individually, but know your priority was to get your team forward to the next day? How did you balance that?
I stayed focused on the team. To me, my biggest motivator was the team success. How can I make sure that I can be a reliable player? If I make a bogey or a birdie, I'm turning it around, I'm waving at my player, because you can really feel the team energy if you start to struggle, which is why it's so important to maintain the body language and good composure. Now, this is an interesting play, Karen, chipping off of this grainy lie just off the green.
It shows, I think, when a player does this, it shows that they're very confident in their abilities to control this, and that she's trying to take out some of that slope and some of that break by doing so.
And just going to have to dive over this hill.
Still not on the green after her 5th.
There's so much that goes on in a player's mind when they do something like that too, but we'll get back to it.
O'Keefe now for par here at 13.
Oh yeah, she's been solid. And I would say that with O'Keefe and with Park, that their coaches won't be telling them where they stand. They're going to keep them focused on their own game, keep them focused on their process, and make sure that it's about them and their own journey.
That was actually a bogey.
Yeah,
Remember
excuse me,
that
yeah.
third from the back
Yeah,
bunker just
yeah.
sort of chunked it out. It's her second bogey on the back nine today. The first 3 rounds combined, just 1 bogey for Farah O'Keefe. So we talk about the situation, Jim and Karen, in the moment and the realization that the finish line is close. And Catherine Park hoping to run through that finish line. Birdie putt here at 10.
It's getting away from her as well.
It's amazing the mindset. The first 3 days, everything's going smooth, no problem, and then all of a sudden, final day, pressure.
Well, especially if you're Catherine Park, who's
Yeah.
been so close before to
Yes.
winning.
Well, when she lost to Rosang, she's like, oh my goodness, I'm playing against Rosang. I got a birdie every hole, and she realized she didn't really have to.
It's a lesson, isn't it?
Correct.
Let's go over to 8. Janae Leoval from Eastern Michigan. This for par. And that is well done. Eastern Michigan, the round of the day, they're 5 under. The next best round by a team, even par. Here's a program that was outside the top 200 2 years ago as we watch Ortengren 6th. Going with putter this time, and it's going to drop at least 2. And we'll pay off Eastern Michigan in due time. But barring something unforeseeable, they're going to make match play for second-year head coach Josh Brewer.
Cinderella's going to the ball.
Hope she brought a few extra gowns. All right, O'Keefe ready to go at 14.
Oh,
Fighting the lefts.
she is.
Oh boy.
All right. And typically, though, the lefts come when you're trying to guide it a little bit. The lower body stops rotating, and so you don't sink it up. It becomes very upper body, guide.
Back at 12, Kylie Chong from USC set to play.
Oh, that was sweet.
One of the best we have seen all day long. Park trying to say par at 10. Gotta roll up your sleeves and realize pars won't do you much harm. Park now 9 under, 2 behind O'Keefe. Final day of stroke play here in Carlsbad. We're back at 14, second for O'Keefe.
Ball well below her feet. Watch out. Oh my gosh.
She just said it.
Yeah.
She shanked it.
Wow.
Whew. Did she get over that little creek that's running down through
I
there?
don't think so.
Things have just
Yes.
opened up quickly.
Yes. Ortengren now on 11. A little draw off here, just fairway wood, trying to get it into the fairway. She's wanting this day to come to an end soon, and it's getting worse. And that is a waste area there. It depends on the
This could be in Farah O'Keefe's rake mark.
Could be, yeah.
Or
Just hope it's not in any footprint, because
Yeah.
there's no rakes up on that left side. That's played as a waste area, not a fairway bunker.
I mean, it's easy to see why players go left when you've got the penalty area down the right, so you think you're bailing out. Ah.
The search for the golf ball of one Farah O'Keefe. Another look at her second a moment ago. What
It's
stood out
such
to you,
a
Karen?
horrible feeling. It was the lie, really. The ball was so far below her feet. She's trying to stay ahead of the ball to create some kind of angle into it, but she ends up dropping the shaft a little bit down and comes in with the hosel.
Well, if we thought she was tested before after bogeying 10 and then bouncing back with a couple of birdies, she bogeys 13. The lead goes from 3 to 2. She'll do really well to get out of here with 6.
Well, and that ball looks to be in the penalty area. The guys on the left are too far. That ball didn't go that far.
So they can't determine if it's in the penalty area or not.
Well,
right
that's
now?
what they have to determine. But from what we see, it looks like it should be in the penalty area. That's what you have to determine. It has to be agreed upon. Otherwise, it's a lost ball. But
and then you have to go back and replay it again.
Correct. But I'm by the video and by watching it, to me, it appears to be in the penalty area.
Is that the red?
That's the red light where her feet is.
Okay.
We'll give you another look to get a sense of exactly where that ball entered the penalty area.
Oh, it's in that dark green
it's in the penalty
reeds on
area.
the far side of the bank.
The backside, when
Yes.
you look at it from that angle.
Correct.
But I'm hard pressed to think that one hopped out where they're looking now.
No, it did not.
It's in the bank, isn't
Yes.
it, of the penalty area?
Yes, it's in the green. It's in the green side. Green stuff there. It's not going to be playable either way, so.
And it's got to be getting close to that.
It's close to 3.
Allotment of time of
Yep.
3 minutes.
Yep. She knows it.
Should be playing her 4th shot from right around there.
Karen, you're a major champion. If this happens to you, considering the circumstances, what are you telling yourself? What's the process to get it back on the tracks?
Well, you have to firstly tell yourself, what am I doing now? What's the next shot that I have to negotiate? Whatever happens has happened. What am I dealing with right now in this moment? I'm dealing with a little pitch from the rough up onto the green.
You might have heard 8 seconds left.
That's not it. It's just one black one.
Yeah. They thought they found her golf ball. So it was determined where you saw that red flag, the point of entry into that penalty area. Work to do, a lot to still figure out. Let's see if Choi from Pepperdine can make birdie here at 6, and she can. And, you know, the wave's not done yet.
That's a good birdie at 7. That's a second birdie
7,
today.
sorry.
She did birdie 6 too. You were right. I mean, you weren't wrong, Burko. You were correct. That's back-to-back birdies. Pepperdine trying to make a rally here.
O'Keefe's trying to rally here at 14. Ball in play. And her 4th shot upcoming.
Yep. So she has to think about, okay, what am I doing now? Because in that moment as a player, it's very easy to feel like things are rushing, like everything's speeding up, and you have to find a way to try and slow it down a bit, gather yourself, and get refocused.
And something to consider, she's trying to win a national championship. Farah O'Keefe, a counting score for Texas. The Longhorns are going to give back 1, 2, maybe 3 shots in that team aspect, and get a lot closer to 8 than where they currently now stand in a tie for 4th.
Good call.
Fortunate that she was able to drop this ball in the fairway. She doesn't have a lot of green to work with at all here, just 7 paces on. I'm going to try to put some spin on this one.
So Keefe's going to have that for a bogey 5. Try to minimize the damage. The last 2 women's individual national champions here at La Casa never made a double bogey or worse all week long.
Catherine Park very fortunate here at 11.
It is a good lie, 105 yards. Difficult to get close because this flag is on a small shelf. This was solid contact, just needs to get up a little more.
That's going to come off the slope, but you know what? From there, you just, other than O'Keefe, but she hit a miracle shot, and if she wins, that could be the hole. But it's a little bit of issues still at 14 for O'Keefe. Catherine Park has a birdie putt. She's 2 back. Lots changing on the individual side as it is on the team side. We'll be back.
Back at 14, Farah O'Keefe has this for bogey.
Straight down the hill, not as much break as you would think here. Looks good.
Oh, yeah.
That is gutsy.
That is, and it shows you just how cool, calm, and collected she is.
And she's smiling.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a player who knows that they're good, who knows that they've got what it takes.
All right, Park now for birdie at 11.
This is a very awkward read because the hump she's putting over could turn this ball both ways.
Like that way.
Yeah, if Park had aimed farther left, it would have turned left because that hump is so small.
Yeah, correct. It's right. She was putting right over the middle of it. It's nearly impossible to get anything much closer than that. Just a hard location to get close to, period. But you hit it in the waist area, that makes it even more difficult. But she's got a good 4.5, 5 feet left for par. What a bogey O'Keefe made. That's impressive.
Let's go to the tee at 8. Eastern Michigan's Bayuk Sukterm ready to go. The junior from Thailand, first team All-Max selection.
That was pretty smooth as well, wasn't it?
4 straight top 10 finishes entering this week. You start putting the pieces together of the puzzle from the folks from Ypsilanti, and they just fit.
It's quite a story, isn't it?
It's a great story. All right, Marine now had fairway wood. Looks like she's going to a little more lofted club here.
By the way, she's only 4 back. The young lady who won a year ago.
More than capable. This is a tough hole location today, coming on that plateau. So you've got to get it, I think, up that kind of that left side maybe.
It's a unique hole because you have to play it from back to front almost. You have to identify where the hole location is on the green, and then you decide where you're going to hit it in the fairway based off of that hole location.
Surprised how high she's got this teed up.
This one turning over just left of that bunker in the middle of the fairway.
One of the few players you see play without a glove. And you know what? There's a guy that was a pretty good player, won a Masters, played without one. Red Couples, so whatever she's doing, you might want to follow up on that. O'Keefe now going with iron.
She has not been overly aggressive off the tee at all today. She's played it well back, but I cannot emphasize how important it is that she has got assistant coach Braden Ash with her out here right now. He has kept her light. He's kept her positive. He has given her a lot of fist bumps, and I think that if she goes on to win today, he would have come at a really good time in this round to keep her going.
Well, she's birdied it all 3 days. And she keeps it, should stay just short of that bunker. That's why she hit the iron. That'll be just fine. If you want to hit something, you could have a little bit of spin on it to get to this whole location. All right, Park has this left for par.
Critical for Park to trust her start line. She's missed it low on some of these left to righters, but that was well struck.
Yeah, she did miss that one. That was a good read too, because everything goes back towards that lake. So back-to-back pars, stays at 9 under, just 1 back. And that was a good 2-putt. That's a very difficult 2-putt, and especially where she drove it. It was a struggle. Let's go to 8.
See if Sukterm can make birdie 2 after that tee shot. Sure can.
Oh, yeah. They're looking awfully good, aren't they?
5 under on a team as a team today for Eastern Michigan. Currently 4th. They're headed to match play.
Yep.
Patience Rhodes now for Arizona State. This is for par. They're currently the number at 7 over. Oh gosh, she came up and out of that. She struggled the first round. Injury early part of the season, was out for several weeks. Such a good player. That was a big time, bad timing miss.
You know her well, Karen.
I do. And you can see she's still got some taping on her left ankle from that injury. Was really relieved to be able to come back for the Augusta National Women's Amateur.
Carissa Sherlock Storm, this is for birdie at 17. This has been a tough read. Not for her. How about that putt? And that's big time for Iowa State because they were a couple spots out, 3 spots out. So that was huge for them as a team side as they're finishing up their great birdie at 17 after those bogeys at 13 and 14. Iowa State trying to get back in there for that race to 8. Right now, Arizona State's that team.
The lead is down to 1 for Farah O'Keefe. She shanked her second at 14, salvaged a bogey. We referenced earlier is upbeat, energetic, always smiling. She's trying to win a national championship, and it's like she's having a walk in the park with her assistant coach a moment ago.
So important, though, because it's keeping her mind off of the big picture, keeping her in the moment, and just allowing her to enjoy her golf.
Gane to get within 2. She's got it.
She is a competitor, isn't she? She's not going to want to let this go.
She made a lot of putts like that at Bandon Dunes last summer when she won the U.S. Women's Amateur Championship. Now back to the tee. Catherine Park getting ready to go.
A similar strategy to the par 3 8th for Park. 98 yards. This is a gap wedge, slightly downwind, but need to have enough to cover the skinny bowl just short.
According to Bushnell, 67 front, 98 back to the hole. She hit it about 85.
Just needed one more yard to land it on top of that. And that's going to be an awkward little pitch because she's got some sprinklers just in the way.
It's amazing what 98 yards does to a person. All right, Marine's second shot at 15.
Really difficult hole location today. 10 on, 13 off the left. On a good line.
It's up on a plateau. Got to go right at it. She does. Needs a spin. It does that too. How about that shot? Beautiful. O'Keefe now.
79 yards left here. This needs to turn over just a little bit.
Easy. Okay. That'll be just fine. Good solid shot in here at 15. She's birdied it all 3 days, so she's got a chance to birdie it all 4 days. And that is impressive. Just keeping that 1-shot lead, too.
Let's go over to Caitlin Huber, set to go for the Florida Gators. Florida currently in 9th at 9 over, 1 behind Arizona State. But a good one there by Huber.
And you can see that wind is still whipping and able to control that ball very well indeed.
So O'Keefe has a birdie putt upcoming at 15. She's 10 under, 1 clear of Catherine Park. Gane and Angosta, 2 shots off the pace. Quick moment to let you know the Elite Scholar Athlete Award is presented to the student athlete with the highest GPA participating at the final site for each of the NCAA championships. And this year's recipient, Emma Bunch, a senior at New Mexico State University, majoring in biochemistry, currently carries perfection, a 4.0 GPA. Congratulations to Emma Bunch. She wins a bunch too, and she has a bunch of A's, all of them, in fact, for 4 years.
In biochemistry, I mean, that's taking classes like organic chemistry. You know how hard organic chemistry is?
That's right in your wheelhouse.
No,
It's definitely not in my wheelhouse.
I didn't take that class. Is that an elective?
I know there's lots of O's and C's and bonds and stuff going on in it, but she did it well.
Without Rivera now for birdie. This is a tricky little read.
It certainly has not been the day that she has wanted, but she has fought hard, made a really good birdie at the last. Still fighting strong. Currently the drop score for her team, like you said, Jim, a difficult read. It's location on a bit of an island. She starts this well out to the left.
Yeah, they're counting 7 over, so if she could make a couple birdies, that would be useful for the Iowa State team that is 10th now.
And
Let's
they're
go to 12.
14 over today. Back over to 12, Park, her second.
Parks put herself in a difficult spot because of how little green she has to work with. The lie is good, which is fortunate, and needs to carry it over this hump. Going to require a lot of touch.
Not bad. I mean, it was very awkward, and she's been pretty clutch from that range today.
And we've seen her on and around those greens, those awkward numbers. She gets the ball to check pretty quickly.
It's that low follow through that she has. Soft hands, low follow through. Technique is fabulous.
All right, O'Keefe now for birdie.
What a bounce back this would be. She left it in a really good spot right here, putting back up the hill. There's a little knob out to her right and a little knob out to the left, so she's found a really good pathway from this ball to the hole. This would be a big time putt. We would see a big fist bump here if this one goes down.
Tugged it just enough. Stress-free par to keep that one-shot lead for now. Texas is 3 over as a team. They're good by 5 over Arizona State, who is 8th. Sometimes a par will settle you down. Avery McQuarrie now for Duke. This for birdie at 7. Right there at 7th. This go a long way for the Blue Devils. This is going to go left in the center. Yes, it does. What a putt. That was huge. Duke Blue Devils, they don't ever quit. Dan Brooks is just an amazing coach.
42 years, 145 wins, and 7 national championships.
Marine now for birdie.
For her second birdie of the day, she has demonstrated a lot of patience in this round today, a lot of maturity from the junior.
Well, she bogeyed it yesterday, but she birdied today when it meant everything. So nice birdie there, and that helps Arkansas, who's 2 over in 5th. Just 3 back.
Park trying to save her par at 12.
A 3rd par save in a row would be. This bleeds right at the hole.
She just left that putter face open. She was making contact. It was like a second guess on the read.
And you can only have so many of those hole after hole before
eventually they catch up with you. And as a player, you know it too.
So she's back to 8 under, 2 behind O'Keefe.
So funny, there were so many times where you'd be like, I've given myself so many 4-5 footers. I've been making them, but at some point I'm going to have to miss them. And sure enough, you do.
And that was a bogey on the second easiest hole today. Back over at 8, Huber, Florida needs it. So the Gators stay at 9 over, in 9th, 1 behind Arizona State. And oh, by the way, to add to the drama, they're playing alongside the Sun Devils and the Blue Devils. And those teams are currently 7, 8, 9 on the leaderboard.
That's how you want it, though. As a competitor.
That's how we want it.
Yeah, as a competitor, you want to see what everybody else is doing and take care of your business.
All right, there's a look at the hole location over there on the left-hand side of the green, par 3, 16. And from that vantage point, Karen, there's not a massive landing area if you're going right at it.
No, it's a very skinny portion of the green. And it wants to kick away a little bit as well, but this green has changed quite a bit in terms of its softness these last few years. From where we were a few years ago to where we are today, very different.
And O'Keefe trying to become the 3rd Texas Longhorn to win an NCAA individual championship. On the women's side, Heather Bowie back in 1997, Charlotta Sorenstam in 1993. The SEC Player of the Year for the Texas Longhorns. 2nd time in 3 years she earned that accolade. She's won 3 times this season. She's on that first page of the leaderboard every week. Her worst finish, a tie for 10th at Stanford in the fall.
Some seriously consistent golf. What a fun place it must be to be her on a golf course.
You're up 1, and you're O'Keefe. Where do you want to see this golf ball end up?
I think you've got to play a little bit right of that flag. But I also think you've got to have the courage to hit that distance.
You can hit that and not even worry. And
how about the back number?
Yeah, it's 28. So I think this is perfect.
Yep.
Yeah, just solid. Page.
But before O'Keefe goes, it's going to be Maria Jose Marin. You heard the voice of Shauna Taylor, the head coach of Arkansas, crunching the numbers, giving a little advice to the woman who won this championship a year ago.
The more right you go, the more room you have beyond that flag.
We will follow this shot with our tracer technology presented by AT&T.
Maria's been hitting a right to left shot all day today. She knew it immediately that needed to go.
She doesn't miss many shots. We've seen her through the past couple of years in big moments step up and hit a quality one. Was not her best. We'll see if O'Keefe can get it on the dance floor here.
On a really exposed portion of this golf course right here, and I can confirm that it is gusting right now coming out of the left. It's going to make it even more difficult to get this to a left hole location today. Let's see how aggressive she gets here. Trying to draw something in.
Yeah, she was aiming at the TV tower.
Fortunate to stay right there.
Smart, because if you're right of the flag, there's more room long.
Just off the back of the green here at 16 is Farah O'Keefe hanging on to that one-shot lead. We are back in Carlsbad, California, continuing coverage of the 2026 NCAA Division I Women's Golf Championships, and it is presented to you by Stiefel. We're going to crown an individual champion here by day's end. We'll also know the 8 teams that finish up stroke play and move on to the match play portion of this championship. Bright and early on Tuesday morning, we head back out to the action at 16. The tee shot of Arkansas junior Maria Jose Marin ended up in that front greenside bunker.
She drew a pretty nice lie in the bunker, though. Found a portion of that bunker that's been raked and got a really nice lie. The difficulty, the wind working away from her right now. There's a little slope coming off the front portion of the green that she's dealing with, but she's got enough green here that I actually think she can get something close to this whole location. With her hands, how touchy she is, drawing a nice lie was very advantageous here. Has not made a bogey on the scorecard today. It has been clean. All pars and 2 birdies.
Gives you a sense of just how difficult it is to even get it anywhere around that whole location, whether it's from the tee or 20, 30 feet away in the bunker.
It's just so far below the green surface, and just in spite of that lovely little high floaty shot she played out there, just couldn't get any action on the ball.
Let's head over to 9.
Yep. Sue's term now. This is for bogey. Drove it in the fairway bunker. And this is she's 200 on a round. Obviously a counting score at that. Be a big putt for her and the team. Okay. Breathe a little easier. Ninth hole is very difficult. Brewer's happy. It's a tough hole location. Makes bogey there, but solid round 1 under for her today. The dream's still alive for Eastern Michigan so far. It's been an amazing run for him. The mighty Mac. You got to watch out for him. Conference is getting better. Let's go sign her scorecard. Make sure you get that done. All right, it's just an amazing run. It's all about the team now, and that's the beauty of it. They've obviously gelled. Josh was at Georgia for years. Now, second year at Eastern Michigan, turned the program around. Great story this year.
And they've got golf to play.
Yes, they do.
Let's go to 16. O'Keefe just off the back of the green.
The first few feet of this putt are really downhill, working off the back portion of this green. She's looking out left. This hole slanted pretty severely from left to right. She was expecting that to break. I think everyone was. That just stayed dead straight on her, but well done for speed there.
Julia, you've been with Farah all day long. How have you sensed her emotions from the highs and lows? Because it's seemingly smiling from ear to ear, regardless of what she does.
Well, she just has such a great disposition about her. She doesn't get overly upset with herself, even when she does make a bogey that you would expect her not to make at the par 5. She made a couple of those today. She lets things go quickly, and I think that that's why she is so good at this game right now.
Park over to 13, got it in the fairway.
And an advantage, Jim, by being aggressive off the tee, aiming farther out to the right, just 141 yards. There is a slope left of this flag that she can use. You want to finish it on that left side because there's a fall off right.
Yeah, she gets enough, generates enough speed and spins the ball a lot. Needs a spin. Pretty good. Front part of that green goes away. That is an excellent shot in here at 13.
Yeah, if you're that good, you can be right of the flag.
Well, you know who's been good all week long? Eastern Michigan. They're moving on to match play. Their head coach, Josh Brewer's down with Brentley Romine.
Josh, I don't think you've stopped smiling all day. You started the round 4 shots back. You turned in probably the round of the day. Now you're sitting pretty at 2 over. Likely spot in match play. What impressed you about what these young ladies did?
Round of the day, round of our program's history right there. They were super confident at breakfast, and just, I don't know, like you could just, I had a feeling like we were going to play really well. I was super calm too, which I'm never calm. So maybe that's where the smile came from, but it's all because of them. They just keep believing in each other, and so happy for them. I mean, let's face it, for them to take a chance on Eastern Michigan 2 years ago, and now I promise no one wants to see us because we're crazy enough to do something even more fun than this.
Well, let's go back 2 years ago. You weren't sure when or if you were ever going to coach again. You inherit the 226th ranked team in the country. Now you're on the cusp of the knockout stage here at the NCAA championship. How do you explain this crazy story?
Just nice proving some people wrong who didn't believe in you personally. And again, Katarina, Savannah coming with me. I mean, they helped build this from day one. And again, it's fun. And again, I'm a diehard Hoosier fan. Worst team in college football. Kirk Signetti wins a national title. You know, in his second year. Why can't I win a national title in my second year at Eastern Michigan?
How do you get this team ready to do something that they've never done before?
We're just going to go order off the right side of the menu, I call it. That means a really good meal, and just get ready for tomorrow. So that's all we can do. Look forward to, the match play piece, but just have a lot more fun and smiles.
Well, it's a summer day in Ypsilanti, so you'll probably be by the pool too. Josh, appreciate the time. Congrats to your team, and likely see you tomorrow.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Burko?
Well, no one's had a better day than Josh Brewer. Brentley alluded to it. Before Josh took the job in Ypsilanti, Michigan, they were 226th in the country. They've improved 200 spots, nearly 199, now 27. Their first regional bid in the history of the program, their first ever appearance in this championship. And Brentley was cushioning it. They're going to match play.
Yep.
They're lock, stock, and barrel at 2 over par. Katarina Don, the assistant, she was at Georgia. Savannah DeBach came over. He got the right people. And as he said, you don't want to face this. They might just keep it going. As Marine, wow, what a 3 she made there at 16.
Well, Eastern Michigan are breaking records for their school, right, left, and center. They've already exceeded everybody's expectations. They have nothing to lose.
They're only the second MAC team to make the stroke play cut. Kent State did in 2018, and they finished 7th before losing to Alabama. As a program, they had 36 rounds of 290 or lower in the history of Eastern Michigan. That was before today. 31 of them have come in the last 2 years. You talk about rebuilding. Impressive. O'Keefe at 17.
Tee shot here with driver.
Good ball.
So he's played pretty easy today. Back right hole location. Actually, he's played easier all week than it has in the past.
I mean, her power really coming into
Yes.
play there, being able to drive over that bunker.
Correct. Makes a huge difference. Be interesting to see how she plays 18 too, but she's going to finish 17 first. All right, back at 13. Should be Catherine Park, Amelia.
Park and Maya Ordengren are at similar distances, but Park hit a beautiful approach shot, has about 12 feet for birdie, 2 back of O'Keefe. It feels like the time to get a putt to drop. Maya Ordengren, she will be first to go for par, was in the back green side bunker. Actually hit a pretty good bunker shot, just didn't release as much as she's wanted. Ordengren's had one of those days where nothing has gone her way, and she hasn't been able to execute in the way she normally does. I mean, she had a chance to win the Augusta National Women's Amateur this year, finished top 5. She's been playing some excellent golf this season, has 2 collegiate wins to her name. It's just a matter of trying to finish strong today, and then you reset in match play.
I think that's a good point. You got to come ahead and try to make some birdies coming in. Probably not going to count today. Team is winning by 11. So you just got to go out there just for your sake. It's not over yet. We still have a couple more days, several matches left. All right, Park now.
Got to play this about a cup out to the right. Last couple of birdie and par looks for Park have been left to right. Right to left, easier to make a committed stroke and not push it.
She carried a little too much speed. There's a good score on this hole, though. You get off this one, the 14 is always a difficult hole. Then you got some birdie chances coming down the line. She's a couple.
The story of the day and the week of this championship, Eastern Michigan, the Eagles, Ypsilanti, Michigan. There might be a party tonight and maybe even a bigger one come Wednesday.
Back at the 17th, second shot from Marine.
129 from a great angle on the left side of this fairway.
The spot is just to the right. It does fall off the green. And that is a safe play, smart play. Straight downwind today. Arkansas is tied for 4th right now, in by 6.
Jasmine Koo wasting no time at 14, and
Really good.
quick play and good shots, you move right along.
Absolutely. It's one way to speed up play.
Absolutely. O'Keefe now.
From the right side of this fairway, so much power off the tee to take on that fairway bunker. 117 left, and like you said, straight downwind. This whole location tucked just over a little knob on the right side of the green here. She's been really good with her wedges, can apply a lot of spin.
It's been the only hole playing under par. They were 3 or 4 early, but they've got tougher 3.95 average here at 17. And that's going to help that. Couple good shots in there. Beautiful play by O'Keefe.
Everyone out here this week looking to make some college memories. Time now for some college memories of our own, presented by Stiefel. We go back to 2021. First year this championship was held at Grayhawk, and Rachel Heck, we didn't know who she was, a freshman at Stanford. Remember, the season around COVID was very different. When Rachel Heck went to Arizona, she had won 5 times in the spring. She picked up win number 6, becoming the first Stanford Cardinal to ever win an individual national championship. But then we pivoted to the team title. Our own Julia Johnson, a big part of the Ole Miss Rebel success. Andrea Lignell kicking off the celebration from Oxford to Arizona. Julia and the Rebels, hotty toddy, 5 years ago, they became national champs.
Such a good team. That was such a good team. They all were in it together. They all had each other's backs. It was very fun to watch.
Now Farah trying to join Julia as a national champ. We'll see if she can do it before this day is through.
Yeah, we mentioned this was the easiest hole. It's a hole that she has not birdied yet, but she's got a great chance for birdie. Hit a beautiful shot in there. Got that 2-shot lead. There's old Julia. Having a good time out there. She's just out there smiling and happy.
What do you remember from that week 5 years ago, Julia?
Of friendships and my team and how much we all loved one another and how close of a team we had. I mean, 2 of the girls were in my wedding. It was just a really, really special week. Every time I come here this week, I'm reminded of those great memories, and it's what makes covering this championship that much more special because I know what it means to get this done.
Yeah, the reception in Oxford was pretty cool too.
And, you know, if I can just say now, that in this day and age of transfer portal and in college sports, I think that's the thing that's being missed out on, you know, making those friendships, those long-term friends that last with you and go to your wedding and things like that. I think this is a part of college sports and being part of a team that is crucial and so much fun, and that if you don't have that, you're missing out on a part of life that is special.
Yeah, we're in a world of in college sports of NIL, transfer portal. Kid doesn't like where they are, they decide to move, and it's hard for these coaches to kind of, you know, mold these young ladies, keep teams together. It's a very challenging time for them as well. Marine now has a good chance for birdie.
Well, speaking of coaches, it's been just a pleasure to watch Shauna Taylor with Maria. I've gotten to watch Maria play a lot of golf. I covered her at the U.S. Girls Junior when she played in that quite some time ago. But Shauna and this player have such an amazing relationship. It's been fun to watch her with Maria all day. A smart shot here to the middle of the green. Hasn't really made a long putt yet, but has made a lot of really good par putts.
Nearly makes that. Yeah, she and Mike Adams have done a great job in Fayetteville. They're continuing to keep that program. They've got support, and every year they're competitive. Let's see now, second shot at 7 for Duke. Duke is right now at 7th. 2 clear of Arizona State, and she is only 2 back. So birdie go a long way, but that's not gonna release. It does. Okay. Another 1.5 feet. That'd have been really close, but a nice solid shot in here at 7. Back into that wind. It's always a difficult hole. Great views from above the 17th. Rivera for birdie.
She has fought hard in this round. We touched on the struggles that she has had early, but she has composed herself and has really started hitting some really nice approach shots into the green, has given herself quite a few looks at birdie. There's a slope coming off the back portion of the green that should influence this putt.
She's not a counted score. They've got a 79 they're having to count so far, so birdie eagle would help. Didn't get the birdie.
And it's just the 3rd ever appearance for Iowa State in these championships, 2nd in a row. And boy, they were in a really good spot at the start of the day to make match play. And right now as a team, 15 over.
Yeah, won the Big 12, and it was a big week for him, but this has been a tough one. O'Keefe now.
She got a little bit of a teach off of that putt from Alexandra, but a little bit more below the hole here. Might just start this just barely high on the left side. Really could not ask for a better look here for birdie at the 17th.
Buries it. How good is that? Extends that lead to 3. Also helps Texas as well, but they're clear by 6 shots, so they're pretty solid. She's had a lot going on that back 9. Pretty busy scorecard, but that 15th, I thought the birdie she made at 11 was huge. With the bogey at 14, that might have done it. We'll see, but see how she plays 18. Let's go to 14.
Catherine Park, her 2nd.
110 yards, critical for Park to flight this into the wind because her miss can get spinny with the wedges, but that was a solid strike.
The lead is now 3 for Texas junior Farah O'Keefe after the birdie at 17. 1 hole to go for her, but then she's going to have to wait. She's got a handful of players behind her with golf to play. She's made 2 pars and a birdie on this par 5 finishing hole throughout the course of the week and has iron in hand here.
Wind coming straight back into us right now. This is just a position play off the tee here. Find the fairway.
It's typically been about 6 iron for Farah, this play. And it's a pre-planned way of playing this hole. Regardless of where she was standing, that was the game plan. Always hit something like a 6 iron off the tee.
Yeah, double layup.
Let's go back to the green at 14. Park for birdie.
Putting up over onto a small plateau, making it difficult to read this putt.
She keeps giving herself these testers.
All back 9. She has seemingly had one of those remaining for par.
Let's see for birdie here at 7. 3 back.
There's not been many birdies on this 7th hole.
I think 3, 2 or 3.
Yeah.
I lost count because, well, I should be able to count. It isn't that many. All right, that 4's a good score there. Got a couple holes left for Melixi, freshman. U.S. Junior, U.S. Am. Future's bright. Had a great finish at the Darius Rucker.
Shot 63 twice this spring.
Yes, yes.
O'Keefe doesn't seem to have a care in the world, does she?
No.
Sweatshirt's on, getting a little cooler out there.
Put my, just get ready.
Now Park to save her par to stay 3 back. Got it, but gonna need to step on the gas here soon, Karen.
Yep, running out of holes. 3 shots back. It's doable.
Jasmine Koo here at the 15th. Under today, 500 for the tournament. That's not what she was looking for. A little bit of green. We got all the way down to the flat, but going downwind be tricky to spin it from there.
And it's such a deep bunker
Yes.
too, so the ball's going to come out very flat. It's not going to have too much height on it.
Let's go over to 6. Kirsten Angosta from TCU as an individual this week, looking to get to 9 under.
She beat Kiara Romero into that individual spot from their regionals.
She did. Finished 2nd.
Yep.
Romero stroked back.
All right, Megagane now. She's at 8 under. Oh, she might have tugged it a little by the reaction. Oh, she tugged it perfect. I think she just wanted it to spin, and it did. It's right on a little bit of a plateau. Either side it falls off. And with the wind direction, maybe helped. Coulter now for par. Arizona State's currently at the 8th. Pepperdine's in at 11 over, and that is a big miss.
Now ASU just one
One
shot
shot
clear of the waves.
And we know how 9 is playing, and 8 is no cakewalk. She is a count and score.
And by the way, Iowa State back to 12 over. They were 15, 16 over about 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Florida was in the mix. Sui Wu made a 9.
This is why this is one of the
final holes.
Nerve-wracking days in college golf.
And if you're Farah O'Keefe and you're aware of the situation, you look at the last 2 champions here at La Casa. They both shot 12 under. In their last 9 holes, they both shot even par. It's one of those of just finish it. A lot of pars, maybe a birdie here or there. Now, Farah has put on a little bit of a suspenseful thriller on the back 9. But every time she's had that slip up, Karen, she just bounces right back.
That says so much for her mentality. You know, that bounce back.
Something like that.
That
Yeah.
shouldn't go.
No, 5 iron
No,
is out
okay.
like 6 with this.
Right. Should I take this off again? Yeah. That's how I it. Look at all that day.
It's a good move, Farah. I'm nodding my head in approval. Take the sweater off.
Repeat.
Sorry, good time.
Just a couple good more swings here. And she will finish off a really strong back 9. She has fought adversity throughout this back 9, but has bounced back really well time and time again. That looks like it'll find the center of the fairway.
Sure does. Did not waste any time on it. Once that sweatshirt came off, she was ready to go. Just confident in her own game.
You see the American flag there on the green at 18. We are thrilled to be here, but on this Memorial Day, the bigger picture comes to mind when we honor and remember all U.S. military personnel who died while serving in the armed forces. Those fearless men and women made the ultimate sacrifice so days like this could be possible. The Honor Guard got things going today. All the players taking a moment to remember truly what is important and to once again thank all those that make the possibility of playing golf and living in this country possible. We're back at La Costa. Coverage continues of the 2026 NCAA Division I Women's Golf Championships, and it is presented to you by AT&T. Texas Longhorns, they're going to make match play, and they want to see if their leader, Farah O'Keefe, is going to start tomorrow as the national champion. Currently 11 under, 3-shot lead, and getting ready for her third at the last.
Probably, like since they've been playing, what would you hit and then adding a club? And it's been pretty right, yeah.
All day, like.
You need to make sure the wind's there, okay?
Yeah, no, I think it's.
You want to go out like fuller?
Yeah, and I also cannot hit it full because I'm a little.
Yeah, it's a little above your feet, so make sure you bat a ball back, okay?
Yeah.
You want to go at 18?
Yep, I like it.
Okay, all right, turn through it. Good tempo.
Just a great conversation there with head coach Shauna Taylor. Maria likes to play that right to left draw. She's hit that all day today. Her few misses that she has hit today have been a little hook out to the left. With where this whole location is today, you really have no room out to the left to miss it. I love this play here. Right center of the green, going at the 18 at the camera tower in the distance. This is starting at it, holding its line.
And it will give the champion from a year ago one last look at birdie. Keep it right here with O'Keefe.
Just 87 yards left, wind coming into, and you have to think she's taking this ball right of this whole location. You do not want to flirt with the left side of this green here. It will slope off, and it's very difficult up and down from short left. Anything out to the right's a good shot here. That's where this is going.
Smart shot.
Absolutely. She knew where she had to hit that, and she did.
So she'll head to 18, the green, with the 3-shot lead, but then she's going to have to wait because there are plenty of players that can catch her, Jim, maybe like Mega Gane.
Yeah, this is for birdie to get to 9 under. And with the only 2 back. Oh, wow. She blew that one through the break. Now it's got 3.5 feet left. Yeah.
Kyra Van Can from Tennessee as an individual, now 8 under. She has 3 holes to go.
She birdies out.
Rianne Maliksi over at the par 3/8, long birdie putt trying to get within 2.
I think she's got to make this.
Back to 6, playing alongside Van Can, Kirsten, and Gosta from TCU. We saw her birdie putt short time ago, raced it by, and that's going to be a 3-putt bogey.
Players are generally playing these putts very aggressively, hitting them through the breaks today.
So she'll fall to 7 under, 4 back.
Let it ride it. You don't want anything left of it either, though. So I think right side of that dark green tree, just a good full stop one. Are you okay with it? You can stay for that. Just commit to it.
All right, Catherine Park, second shot.
It's only 82 yards, but straight downwind. This flag is just over the bunker and sitting on a small crown. There's about 6 feet of room on both sides before it starts to fall off.
She's got some skills. There's a good skill set there with this player, and look forward to seeing her continue her career as a professional.
Paula Scholes-Hansen, this for par for Arizona State here at 9. They're clear by 1. And they are no longer clear by the 1. They are now tied with Pepperdine for that last spot.
And remember, a year ago,
they
finished 9th, a stroke behind Virginia.
On this hole, as I recall.
Good memory.
I don't know about that, but I just remember for them how just heartbroken they were. Virginia obviously was happy. Golf course is playing almost 2 shots tougher today. 75.4. Remember, we've got half the people playing. That just shows you how difficult it is. Combination of the wind, pressure. It's a tough final day of stroke play.
Later start times.
Yep, that's a big difference.
Yep.
Yep, huge difference.
All right, there are the Texas Longhorns getting some sustenance while watching Farah O'Keefe and this group finish up at 18.
Got to keep fueled. Fueled and hydrated. Very important.
Well, they know the alarm's going to go off quite early tomorrow for the quarterfinals, and the Longhorns will be part of match play. O'Keefe will have to wait regardless of what she does here. Players still on the course, but this to get in at 12 under.
She hit the shot that she needed to into this green here, right of the hole location, but this is not an easy putt. A lot of undulation throughout this 18th green, right to left moving the whole way here. Finish it off with a bang.
Yep.
Will 12 under be the winning total for the 3rd straight year here at La Costa? Chances are good.
I think so.
But we'll have to wait.
Yep.
There were moments, Karen, especially on this back 9, when
yeah.
it seemed to be unraveling. A strong possibility that that's a national championship clinching putt.
No question. I have to agree with you there. Very talented player.
Maria Jose Marin knows that moment. She experienced it on this green a year ago.
A very similar putt here. Got a great read, and I just have to touch on how good the camaraderie has been in this group all day. Maria has been giving high fives to Farah all day. You saw a big hug there from head coach Shonda Taylor of Arkansas. This has been a fun group to watch today. Maria has been so happy for Farah, and it's just been palpable out here. Very fun to watch.
Currently tied for 6 is Maria. tied for 12th or better in every single event this year for the junior, for the Arkansas Razorbacks. Here's Alexandra Vidal Rivera. Iowa State at 12 over, but she's not a counting score. So the truth is they're in at 12 over. And it looks like at the moment going to be a shot out of a potential playoff for match play.
Congrats. Let's go, Farah! So proud of you. Thank you. So proud of you.
But we're not done, Jim.
No.
Catherine Park could have a say in the outcome.
Absolutely. This for birdie at 15.
And heard the noise on 18. She knows she needs to birdie in.
She's just hit some putts too hard these last 3 or 4 holes, trying to force it. Sometimes you feel like you have to. She'll stay 4 back if she makes that one. Still a few players out there could make a slight run at the end. We haven't seen many birdies lately. It shows you how well Farah O'Keefe did, but there's so many tough holes, especially on that front 9. Well, we got a moment. Let's send down to Julia.
Thank you, Jim. We're here with Farah. Farah, a difficult scoring day out there today. You battled adversity. How were you able to bounce back time and time again?
I don't know. I just kept breathing and telling myself to get through the next shot. You know, it's kind of been the whole process this week is just making it one shot at a time. And walking down 18, I literally just told Braden, I said 3 more good shots, that's it. And I was able to do that and rolled in a putt. It was perfect speed. That was kind of lucky, but I'll take it, yeah.
Braden met you at the 11th hole, and he walked the whole way in with you. What did that mean out there?
I think, you know, he just helps me boost my confidence. You know, we just kept having conversation in between shots. That way I was able to kind of funnel in and out, and I wasn't just stuck in my own head the whole time. He's really a big help to me, and he's been there for a really long time, so it's cool.
Great playing today. Go sign your scorecard.
Thank you so much.
A very candid, open, honest Farah O'Keefe. She's hoping to make that number 3 individual champions. We'll find out in the next hour or so. But you touched on it at the top, Karen. She turned some heads at Chevron, and she's doing it here this week.
Well, she handles everything so well. All the interviews, all the extra attention that this year has brought her. She handles it like a true pro.
And now the mini celebration underway. It will go full blown here in about 45 minutes. Originally designed by Dick Wilson and opened in 1965, Omni La Costa's North Course previously served as a home to notable PGA Tour events. For 30 years, the resort hosted the Mercedes Championships, originally called the Tournament of Champions from 1969 through 1998. A year later, Omni La Costa hosted the inaugural WGC Accenture Match Play Championship, as well as 6 other editions. And in 2010 and 2012, the resort hosted the Kia Classic, a popular LPGA Tour event. And since the renovation by Hanson Wagner in 2024, these championships have taken center stage, just adding to the history for more than 6 decades here in Carlsbad.
Well, I think everybody looks forward to coming here. So certainly from our perspective, covering this championship, it just, the fact that everybody is here, you see everybody walking around the facility all the time, it's, they all know each other well, and they know that when they get here what they're fighting for.
Just a good pull.
Catherine Park, 8 under, 4 back, 3 holes to go. While not probable, still possible.
Thankfully, the wind is down on the 16th. When it's up, it's straight downwind, and very easily can you get into that back bunker. 124 yards. The irons have been very good for Park and needs to be aggressive on this one.
She was aggressive.
Yes.
It's always that delicate balance, Karen, trying to win. You know your team's in a good spot. You don't want to let the team down. The coach is walking with you saying, you go do you. They've got you covered.
They do. But the interesting thing as well with Catherine Park and Mega Garner is they're fighting for that Julie Inkster award as well.
Yeah.
And, you know, you kind of want to give a chance at winning this, but you also don't want to throw away your chance of winning that either.
Here's Selchenko. Just on the front part of the green, and the Inkster Award given out to the female in their last year of college eligibility, giving them a reason to stay in college. You get 2 LPGA Tour exemptions this summer and a $50,000 stipend sponsorship from Workday. They're saying, hey, we're going to help you get it going in the right direction.
What a head start.
May Orton-Gren, third member of this group. We will watch it with our tracer technology presented by AT&T.
Ideal shot shape is a draw against the left to right crosswind and with the left flag.
Hasn't had her best today, but Orton-Gren's still out there fighting.
Ruperong for bogey. You're at 9. She's a counting score. They're tied with Pepperdine. They made a rally, but they're going backwards. Arizona State is. Oh, it's a big mistake. That 9th hole is so difficult, but wasn't too difficult for O'Keefe. She's going to go ahead and go to work. She's worked hard enough. Oh, both of them. Both ends. Look at that. This thing's heavy. How do you guys do it? Workout. Jared, take it away from him.
The race for 8 continues coming down the stretch on this Monday in Carlsbad, California. You can see Arizona State has dropped from 11 to 13 over. That's because Phi Rubrong ended up making double bogey on 9. Her final hole, a counting score. Pepperdine's looking really good, Jim, at 11 over, but they've been done for a while. But the Sun Devils still have one final hope.
They sure do. Beth Coulter's in that final group. So Beth's got to make this one. She's got the fairway, which is a plus. Yeah, by the sound of it, she doesn't like it. And that will do in the Sun Devils. It looks like Pepperdine's going to get in. Wow.
Let's go over to 16 Park for birdie.
This will have a lot of left-right swing in it.
Never has seemingly found the touch and the feel on the greens.
No, the first putt's always been just a little bit too firm. But her return putts have been pretty solid.
Here in the 6 o'clock hour out here in California on this Memorial Day. Aerial coverage provided by Shady Rays, and what a piece of property. We're fortunate, year number 3 out here at La Costa, to watch women like the Texas Longhorns potentially have an individual champ, and they're moving on to match play.
And Cindy, you guys are in, and Cindy, you guys fought to the very end. You fought to the very end. And then you Farah O'Keefe, 2 under par, leading the tournament by 4 right now. Wow! Sorry, I'm really excited. Nervous or excited? Both. Like, oh, breathing. Really smooth.
got a second shot here at 17. Big drive off this tee. Oh, she let go of it. She let go of it at 15 and hit it close. Now that's going to release to the back part of the green. She's at 8 under par. Got a couple chances there. Made a little bit of a run on this 9. It's just played so difficult. As I mentioned, golf course playing almost 2 shots harder today than it did yesterday. Well, let's see for birdie here at 9. Good solid week for her. She's at 8 under total. For the freshman, watch out for her.
And watch out for the Blue
Duke.
Devils.
Yeah, they're in.
They're in. They're going to have a chance.
They sure are.
For national title number 8.
Well, it makes a difference. These coaches know the feelings. They know how to get these kids prepared. I think that's the biggest thing, especially this golf course. You got to get prepared. They missed being here. They're back in it again.
Well, it allows the players to play a different type of game as they move into match play.
Sure.
You know, you've had to have quite a conservative strategy through stroke play. You're trying not to make too many mistakes, trying to make a few birdies here and there. But when you go into match play, you're just playing against that one opponent.
Yeah.
You can be more aggressive if you want to. If your natural tendency is to be aggressive, it might suit you making that switch.
Well, this young lady's won a U.S. Junior, a USAM, so she's pretty good at match play.
There you go. Exactly.
So that's who I want. I mean, that's the beauty of match play. We love it. I mean, every major championship in the amateur ranks is stroke play and match play to decide who wins. Almost finishing up with Stanford. Wow, 20 under. Let's see it, 9 under. Oklahoma State had a tough day, but how about those Eastern Michigan? Cinderella story. We'll be back.
Final day of stroke play winding down on this Monday in Carlsbad, California. Pepperdine, they have been done for a while. They sat, they waited, they wondered if they've done enough, and lo and behold, they have. Their head coach and the entire team down with Brentley Romine.
Well, indeed, Burko, they did do enough. Pepperdine Waves into match play at the NCAA Championship for the 2nd time in program history, and just the 3rd team to rally from 6 shots with 1 round to play to make match play. Lori Gibbs, how was this team able to take advantage of the earlier tee times, get out there and post a number?
Well, we knew we had to. We knew we had to go out and play well, play steady, play our game, but believe in ourselves, and that's exactly what we did.
I mentioned this is the 2nd time. The first time was 3 years ago at Greyhawk, and you played Stanford. You're going to get the Cardinal again tomorrow. What did you learn 3 years ago that you plan to impart tomorrow with these girls?
You know, 3 years ago, it was our first time. It was trying to take everything in, but we just played regionals with Stanford, and we know their game. We have incredible respect for their team, for Ann Walker, but we're tough too. So I feel like we're just going to go out there and give it our all and just play some great strategy and do what we can to beat them.
What's going to be the secret to taking down one of the juggernauts?
Ooh, you know, I think, again, we just have to believe in ourselves, play our game, play our processes, and play our strategy, and go out there and respect this golf course, but know that we can do anything. We just did.
You ladies ready?
Yeah.
I think they're ready, Burko.
It sounds like it for sure. They finished 2nd at that Stanford Regional. They won 3 times in the spring for Lori Gibbs in her 33rd year as head coach of the Waves.
Yeah, Gane from Stanford. That's an amazing feat. This could be an amazing putt. It is. Well, just piling on at this point. 9 under. That is a solid week for her so far. Never quit. Look at that, 3 birdies in the back 9. That's impressive because it's played tougher as the day's gone on. See leaves flying around there. Carts are still.
I thought the wind was dying down, but apparently not.
Thought it was, but it isn't.
Let's head to 18 to watch the other senior for Stanford, Kelly Sue, finishing up. And we talked about it during the break. Maya Ortengren hasn't had her best stuff. It is a challenging day. Eastern Michigan with the round of the day at 4 under. Stanford doesn't seem and appear to be playing well, yet they're even par on the day. They're at 21 under where they began, 12 clear of Southern Cal. Don't want to overstate it, but the facts and the numbers don't lie.
No, they're just so deep. Like they're, you know, having 4 scores that count for them is a bit of a breeze, to be honest.
They've lost 1 stroke play event in the last 2 years. And this will be the 6th consecutive year they are the #1 seed coming out of stroke play. The 11th time in a row. They've made match play every single year.
Well, when you look at it, every team probably has a 1 or 2. The big difference we always talk about is 4 and 5. They got a 6 and a 7.
Correct. That would be 1 and 2s at a lot of
Yes.
other places.
Correct.
But speaking of that depth, caught up with Ann Walker yesterday, and she's like, we're pretty good. She flat out said this is the best team she's ever had, as we watch Kylie Chong from USC finish up for par. But she kind of reminded me, and it put me back on my heels, but it shows you they're not invincible in match play. She's like, you just got to get to 3. You can sometimes hide your lack of depth, maybe on the back end of your lineup.
Yep.
She's learned a lot
Of
in her
course.
years at Stanford.
And that's, if you're the Pepperdine coach, that's what you tell your players. We don't have to win all 5 matches. We've got to win 3 matches. Oh, and by the way, don't look at the scoreboards. Don't think about anybody else. Take care of your point. And if you take care of your point, anything can happen.
I always felt like if you can get them to believe, you can beat them.
Well,
And I think that's a big key. You have to believe first.
there's so many ups and downs in match play. And you can get caught up in what everybody else is doing real fast.
Summer Lee from Oklahoma State finishing up. Folks from Stillwater have a tee time
They
tomorrow.
sure do.
San Diego State University Air Force ROTC tending the pin this weekend, and that is Cadet Cyrus Moliere, who goes to San Diego State, majoring in computer science. We thank him. We thank everyone on this Memorial Day that do everything we need as people who live in this country. A tip of the cap to all those men and women.
Absolutely. Taylor Riley, LSU senior from San Diego, where Dad Chris, of course, played the tour. Had a playoff, was in the 5th hole, chipped in yesterday to get to it. Atta girl, Taylor. As Coach O says, go Tigers.
I think he's back on the staff.
He is back
isn't
on
he?
the staff. That's why I said it. All right,
Took
Park
a
at
little bit of a
17.
pay cut, by the way.
Now, Park now.
This is a big drive, just 100 yards in.
A little disappointed. Gave it a run, unfortunately. Farah O'Keefe was almost flawless at the end. What a finish. Having a good time out there, answering some questions.
Finishing up the final day of stroke play here at the NCAA Division I Women's Golf Championships. Our coverage continues, and it is presented to you by Stiefel. The 8, they're pretty much locked in, just a formality to see some finish up, and a couple of shots away from declaring O'Keefe a champion.
We sure are. Catherine Park now for birdie at 17. It was a tough back 9. She gave it a pretty good run there to try to catch O'Keefe. O'Keefe was just so tough. But I think when you look back at O'Keefe, I mean, the birdie she made at 11 I thought was the one it wanted, but I think the bogey at 15, that could be
That could have been 6 or 7.
That easily 6 or 7. So that changed the whole day.
Let's go over to 8. We got some individuals playing, like the Nana Kocha Samani from Princeton. We saw her at St. Andrews in October, and we were
floored.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Can absolutely play.
And I watched her again today on the driving range before she went out, and it was just outstanding. The swing, everything about her is exactly where she needs to be. She's an architect major.
And she goes by TK, by the way. Makes
I was
it easy
very-
on all of us.
Yeah, very happy about that. Yeah, architecture major at Princeton. And very impressive across the board.
And congratulations to the Princeton men's lacrosse team winning the national championship earlier today, taking down Notre Dame. To be here, playing in the final day, what that says about that young lady, the program, a lot of fun to watch.
No question.
All right, keep it here with Kyra Van Can from Tennessee. Jimmy, the Volunteer, a sophomore.
Yeah, think back at the SEC. She was, I think it was the 16th hole. They were playing Auburn. She chips it into water, makes, I think, bogey double, loses the hole, and then hits wedge on the last hole to seal it for them to win their first SEC championship. She is a good, solid player. She's had a great week, too, to make it to this point. She's having a solid, solid week.
This is definitely something you can build on, isn't it, Jim?
Well, the ultimate goal when you get back to August, everybody gets back to school, is to make it out here, to get out here. Got to go and then to do it. And just, I think, for me, I was a goal setter. Some people say don't do it, but I was a goal setter. But once, you know, you may reach those goals somewhere, you got to keep making them high enough to achieve, but make you work at it. And they've worked hard to get where they are. She's had an incredible last couple weeks and another solid week this week.
She'll finish up at 9. Catherine Park will finish up at 18, the par 5 finishing hole. 8 under. Wasn't her day. Started the lead day, tied for the lead at 10 under. And just couldn't quite get it going in that positive direction.
Very tough playing conditions out there, you know, and you can see, you know, there's frustration. You know, she's given it a go. She's come close once before. She's come close again.
Yeah, she was top 5 last year. This is likely going to be 3 out of 4 years she's finished in the top 5 at the biggest championship of the year.
Just shows that golf is such a momentum game, Burko.
Yeah, it is. Same could be said for Ortengren. We thought she had a great chance. It just didn't come together for her today, Amelia.
Well, the benefit for Ann Walker and Justin Silverstein, they can tell their players to get fired up for match play and make some putts when it matters for the team title.
That's so true. And I also think if you're Catherine, the thing to bear in mind, there have been so many major champions on the LPGA Tour that have never won an NCAA championship. So this isn't going to define her ultimate career. And she could take something away from that too.
And it's a privilege to have the opportunity to be so close as Catherine Park has been 3 out of 4 years to win a national championship. That just shows you continue to put yourself in those difficult moments. You will come through.
Yeah, and with that tee shot, it was unlikely to go in, but it is now official. Farah O'Keefe, the 2026 national champion right here at La Costa. It's win number 4 on this junior campaign for O'Keefe, and she wants a whole lot more, hoping to bring back another trophy to Austin. Back at 18, Mega Gane, her 3rd. She's hung around all day, Karen.
Yeah, well, and had to be so patient as well.
Now Park.
It's about 190 yards to stay short of the penalty area. Ideally want to be on the right side to give you a good angle in.
Popular spot, everyone.
Yeah.
It's a 3-shot hole here at 18. Can't really take it on.
Absolutely not.
USC 9 under, solidly in 2nd. That's the final group out there. We saw Catherine Park group ahead on the green. 3 putts upcoming for Mega Gane, Ellie Bushnell, and Jasmine Koo. Think about Oklahoma State as we talk about Bushnell. You know what Annie Young has done. Year number 1 back at her alma mater. She was there in 08 through 11 too. She's kind of traveled the whole college gamut in terms of coaching, but you know, right in 3 wins this season. They've been a runner-up on a couple of different occasions. Annie was part of that runner-up team in 04. It's been a while, but I remember watching her play back then, and you know, there's something about Stillwater saying, you know what, we want our own back to run the show.
Well, because the loyalty to your team runs deep. And I think anybody who's played college sports here in America feels that same pride for the teams that they played for. They still get goosebumps with the fight songs. And it's just a special feeling to be able to go back to the place that gave you the start in the game.
All right, here's Jasmine Koo, USC sophomore, looking to finish up with birdie. Currently at 4 under, tie for 10th. You know, we talk about Stanford, and rightfully so. USC, number 2 in the country, 8 wins this season, 7 straight coming into this week. Ann Walker from Stanford said, they're right there.
Yep.
If we're 1, they're 1B. They're that good.
Yep. I mean, it's this year, it's so deep. I mean, Arkansas, too, have a legitimate shot at this as well. Like, so many teams now in this top 8.
Clean slate come tomorrow morning.
Absolutely.
Gane looking to get in at 10 under.
What a good stroke.
Good finish.
Her final stroke play shot as a Stanford Cardinal, a birdie at 18.
It says it all, doesn't it?
Likely to finish solo second, depending what Catherine Park does with her third. Now here is Bushnell from Oklahoma State, junior from Granite Bay, California, second team, all Big 12. Finished tied for 54th a year ago. She is going to improve on that greatly here in 2026. Great way to close it out.
Thanks for your help.
For these teams, it's only just beginning. It's great. Everybody's got themselves situated now. Now the
real work
exactly.
begins.
I can't wait. I love match play. Tomorrow is such a fun day.
Koo for her par.
Good.
Even par on this final day for Jasmine.
Pretty solid week.
Yeah, 4 rounds of par or better. You'll take it every day.
Yep.
All right, 3 more. Getting ready to finish up here at 18. It should be Marta Silchenko, first to go with her third.
116 yards for Silchenko. The way this green is sitting, angled in a diagonal angle, you could say, there's not a ton of green in line with the flags. You want to err just a step right of this. Silchenko has had an incredible season. If she makes par or better, it will be her 7th straight top 10 finish to close out her individual portion of this season, which just shows the consistency of Silchenko and how she's been able to improve each and every year.
Wow, that's just tremendous. Aggressive, she was going for it.
Now Catherine Park.
According to Bushnell, Park has 95 yards. There's a slope behind the flag that she can use. This group just hasn't been able to get anything going in this round, and it just shows that you need to see something, even if it's from your opponent, to go in or a great shot to happen, to just get something working. Ordengren, 93 yards, good angle into this flag. Want to land this at the flag or just past.
Now the interviews will officially begin with Farah O'Keefe, a national champion here at La Costa. This individual leaderboard presented by Youth on Course, a nonprofit organization providing young people ages 6 to 18 with affordable access to golf. And you know what? Farah O'Keefe was probably somewhere in that age group when she had dreams of doing what she accomplished today. Back at 18, Catherine Park from USC for a closing birdie.
Park has been so close all day. Can she finally marry line and speed on this one?
Oh, it's
Sums
a
up
cruel
her
game.
day.
Cruel game, yep.
And we're splitting hairs. We're not being tough
Yeah.
on her. She's a top 10 player in the
Yeah,
world. She's
absolutely.
won 5 times in college. A lot of us expected this very well could have been her day.
No question. And I'm watching her play, and I personally think she's going to have a very good professional career ahead of her. I love her swing. Love what she's doing on the course.
Good job. I'm proud of you. That was so good. Thanks. You deserve it.
I know. You know how hard it is.
Yeah, I do.
Skip the bump, though.
Of any kind for Farah O'Keefe.
They wear different colors, different, you know, mascots, but
Teammates for America.
bingo. Ortengren. Not a counter today,
No.
Maya, but she can go out and win a match tomorrow morning.
I think she's going to come out and be fueled by what's happened today. You can see it written all over her face. She's ready to take apart this golf course tomorrow.
All right, over to 9. Tennessee's Van Can for birdie to finish up a solid week. As I mentioned, made the winning putt for them to win the SECs a few weeks ago. She's had a solid run here the last month. Just to get to 8 under. That'd be tied with Catherine Park for 4th. All right. Sometimes it's tough to come out there. You want to be with your teammates, but go out there and spot hard today. Nicely done for her. Good solid week. Good month really for her. 69, 71, 69, 72 today on a tough day. We're scoring average 75 plus.
Here's Silchenko, short one for birdie at 18. Top 10 finish at the NCAA championship for Silchenko. And we thank you.
Absolutely.
It's a quick turnaround. Tomorrow, the 8 teams hope it's a very long day. Quarters and semis. And here's how the bracket is shaping up. Stanford, 6th consecutive year, the #1 seed. They're going to square off against Pepperdine. Then lower left, Texas against Eastern Michigan. The Cinderella story for the Eagles. Will it continue? Other side of the bracket, Arkansas and Oklahoma State. USC and Duke, those 2 programs know quite a bit about what it takes to win a national championship. We're back with more from Carlsbad right after this. Another perk and honor for those that hung around in college with the new LCAP program to give the young women on the top 10 in the list a path starting on the Epson Tour in a few weeks.
Well, I mean, if you're staying for your senior year and you're leaving and you're in that top 10, you get an opportunity to go to the Epson to then try and gain access to the LPGA Tour.
Yeah, we saw Megha Ghane and Kelly Sue from Stanford. There's Catherine Park from USC. and we made the comparison to the PGA Tour U that's been around 5, 6, 7 years now, that this is a really good start, a building block that I'm sure will be refined in years ahead.
Well, I mean, I agree. I mean, it's been proven that players that do well in college that come and we see now on TV are able to go and perform and produce well on the LPGA Tour. This is a good thing that the Tour is doing to encourage players to stay longer in college.
Congrats, Farah. Good job, Farah.
Kids, it is the one thing in years past of, wow, they're a first-team All-America, but they got nowhere to go.
Yep.
Now they do.
Absolutely, and they're going to go and start playing straight away. It's very cool.
We're going to wait a few more minutes to hand out the trophy to Farah O'Keefe, but I know Brentley Romine's caught up with a very happy Justin Silverstein.
Yeah, no, he's super happy. USC into match play again. Justin, you guys had a really solid week, actually more than solid, but what are some things you guys did well?
I think we drove the ball really well this week. I think you can see that on our scorecards. I think we putted with nice speed from the data we have so far, so we need to continue that into match play. I think if we drive it really well in play and putt with good speed, you can put some pressure on some people. I think some areas we need to improve is our wedge play into par 5s. I think we bogeyed a few too many par 5s to come away with the stroke play medalist in these 4 rounds. We need to clean that up before tomorrow morning. I think we'll be in good shape.
You've been in match play a lot. What's the key to turning that switch from stroke play to this knockout format? And you don't see Duke that much. What about the challenge ahead?
Yeah, we don't see him that much, but we're very familiar with him. Our girls play with him a lot in the summer and played a lot of junior golf with him. So the rosters are very familiar with one another. Flipping the switch is what we're going to talk about at team meeting. As soon as I'm done with this, you just got to rinse and reset. Scores are wiped clean, so whether you're happy with your performance or frustrated, it doesn't matter. Everyone's starting fresh tomorrow. And it's a quick turnaround, so you got to get out of bed with some energy, get to breakfast with some energy, and show up ready to go. And I think our group's ready to do that and eager to get started.
How is the energy of this team? You had an illness in regionals, a little bit banged up. Where is this team at health-wise? Yeah, we've been drama-free for most of the season. I think that's led to a lot of our success. In the past couple of weeks, we've had some stuff go on, but they've handled it really well. We have all 7 players here this week, and having Sarah and Chloe, our 2 freshmen here, it's been a great learning experience for them, and they've keep things loose in the team room. And I think this group's vibing really well, so they're really excited to get going tomorrow. Yeah, 6th player who qualified for the U.S. Women's Open a couple of weeks ago. Justin, thanks for the time. Good playing.
Thank you.
Burko.
Brentley, 28 straight NCAA championship appearances for the women of Troy. They've won a national title on 3 different occasions. But Karen, the last one was 13 years ago at Athens when they ran away with it in a stroke play format. But they're always knocking on the door. And again, here's a team. They've won 8 times, 7 in a row coming into it. Certainly a very formidable program heading into the quarterfinals come Tuesday. But someone who was formidable all week long, Farah O'Keefe. She's the NCAA individual champion as we send it down to Amelia Duran.
Thank you, Burko. And to hand out some hardware for the NCAA individual champion, Farah O'Keefe, we have Carrie Williams, the chair of the Division I Women's Golf Committee.
Thank you. Congratulations to Farah, our 2026 national champion, Farah O'Keefe from Texas.
Farah, congratulations on the incredible play. It was a birdie finish to ultimately win by 4. What brought the Texas fight out of you today?
Oh, I don't know. I think, we've talked about it all season, finishing strong and making sure that we are where we're actually are where our feet are. Where our feet are, I messed that up. But I don't know. I think I just, you can tell right now I'm nervous. But yeah, I was just taking deep breaths and I kept looking at Braden. I was like, look, we've got 5 more good shots and then we can call it a day. We can go get some rest and tee up again tomorrow. And I just happened to hit however many shots I hit down the last 2 holes and make birdie to win. But I don't know, it felt pretty good. It felt confident, and I don't know, I'm just ecstatic right now. I'm really happy.
It's been an incredible season for you. This marks your 4th win of this year. You were low amateur at the Chevron Championship, had a chance to win a major championship. What has clicked for you to be able to stay calm where your feet are in these biggest moments?
I think I don't know, I think I've put a lot of work in mentally. I'm getting the golf ball to go where I want, which is important, but I think, I'm breathing and I'm making sure that I'm staying present and not getting ahead of myself, not getting upset. Coach tells us all the time to be calm and make it look like we have absolutely no emotion at all, which for me is most of the time smiling. But I don't know, I just feel like the putter's working, which is a big difference. I've kind of stopped caring a little bit whether or not the putts go in and just focusing on what I can control, and most of the time that's just putting a good roll on it.
It was an incredible performance, Farah. Congratulations, and best of luck to your Texas Longhorns the rest of the week.
Thank you so much. Hook 'em.
Been an amazing junior season for Farah O'Keefe now. 4 wins this year for her. SEC Golfer of the Year. The low amateur at Chevron, which Amelia talked to her about, played well at the Augusta National Women's Amateur, and started the day as a co-leader. She bogeyed the 2nd, but this was her 3rd at the par 5 6th.
Yeah, trying to get a little wedge to check up quickly, and this is a mark of her skill set. She's able to spin the ball when others can't.
That would lead to birdie, and that would get her back to 10 under. And then you started thinking, all right, it's going the right way. 7 played very difficult. What a shot she hit in there.
Well, nobody could get the ball to stop. Pitching that deep into the green, generating that amount of spin, super impressive.
At the 11th for the outright lead to get to 11 under. And that was after a bogey at 10, another par 5 where she made 6.
And a shot that was played from a waist area bunker that was just exceptional.
Very next hole, short par 3 12th, long one for birdie.
Well, and now she's really starting to bounce back properly, starting to feel her game where it needs to be. And showing no emotion. She's showing plenty of emotion there. I love it.
But she bogeyed 13, made a mess of 14, needed this to drop just 1.
And she's allowing herself to enjoy that moment, to be excited about those putts. And she's right, most of the time she is smiling.
And she had a lot of reasons to smile, especially coming down the stretch. This birdie at 17 gave her the separation she needed to play the last pretty much any which way she desired. And you're like, all right, it's coming. 3-shot hole, 20-footer. Why not make 12 under par the winning score for the 3rd consecutive year here at La Costa?
Beautiful.
We had a sense that was the championship putt, but there were players still out on the
like
golf course. In the end, though, trophy
count.
in hand for Farah O'Keefe, headed back to Austin in a few days with at least that. She's hoping there's going to be a big team title with it as well. We're back to wrap up the day right after this. We started the day with 15 teams, all trying to finish in the top 8 as we will go from stroke play to match play. Here are the 8 moving on. What jumps out to you, Karen, when we take a look at the bracket? Stanford, 6 years in a row as the 1 seed. And then the story of this championship for many, Eastern Michigan, very first appearance, they're still around.
Josh Brewer said it in his interview, not many people are going to want to play us because they're so unpredictable. Nobody knows what they've got in match play. It's very easy to see what they have in stroke play. Nobody knows because it's all on the table. Just quite fantastic watching what's going to happen. Arkansas, Oklahoma, that could be an interesting matchup too. And USC Duke, both programs with storied histories in this championship, vying to get into the semifinals.
One more final look at the individual leaderboard. Congratulations to Farah O'Keefe, becoming the third Texas Longhorn to win a women's NCAA Division I individual championship. 4 rounds of at least 2 under or better. That's the first time that's ever happened at La Costa. Megagane solo second, Rianne Maliksi, the Duke freshman, third. Stroke play's done. We've heard from some of the coaches the switch. What is the mentality like in the next 15 hours or so for these women to be ready?
Well, Justin Silverstein said it perfectly. You've got to flip the switch. You've got to try and think about making 3 points. You don't need to think about winning every single match. You've got to start out early with lots of energy and be ready to fight, be ready to scrap for every single point you can.
As we roll and see how some of the individuals fared up this week. What can you learn about this golf course from 72 holes of stroke play that maybe you keep in your back pocket in match play?
Just know that pars are always going to be good. You don't necessarily have to go out and go super low on this golf course because, honestly, par is a good score out here.
Final thought as we see Farah O'Keefe leaving here is the best of the week.
Well, thoroughly deserving champion, and I think the best player in women's college golf has ended up winning this week.
Well, we've crowned one national champion today. There's still a team champion to be crowned in about 48 hours from now. It's year 3 here at the North Course Omni La Costa Resort and Spa in Carlsbad, California. We still have plenty coming the next couple of days, but coming up next, Golf Central, all the news, highlights, and analysis you need. Quarterfinals coverage as we make the match play switch. Comes your way, 1 p.m. Eastern, and then we're going to double dip. We'll be back on later with the semifinals, 6 p.m. Eastern time, right here on Golf Channel. The leaderboard was jam-packed with some of the very best in world amateur golf ranking. College golf took center stage, and in the end, Farah O'Keefe, the Texas Longhorn, a national champ. The question is, can she lead her team to a team title? That journey begins tomorrow.